right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safe Liquid Beer for the podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's not static, AM radio. It's the Way Out Better Neilson Show, let's go. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromella intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. The cracker 6 o'clock and lager with some sirloin bites.
.06, and you're listening to the Nielson and Fraser Show. Oh, that's a throwback, isn't it? That was hilarious. What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday, Dustin Nielson and Will Fraser joining us on the Nielson Show today.
Hello.
Fraser, what's up, buddy?
Not much.
I'm Dustin Nielson. I work at Edmonton Sports Talk. I don't know if I've done a show with you before.
No.
Have we done one of these? I know you do most of them with Eric, but have we done one?
We have done.
We did do
one or two.
One.
We've
I
done
know one for sure.
Or two.
Yeah,
but,
not many.
Usually, you try to exit the building every time I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, Fraser's in? I can't make it. I'm not feeling well. All right, what's going on,
Usually
everybody?
you have your cell phone up to your ear and you're like,
I'm busy.
yeah, and then you leave.
Go in and do the show with Eric. I'm going home. Well, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
I was following Fraser in today. I was at the stoplight when you came through down 107th. I turned behind you, and I thought I saw your. I was like, I think that's Fraser. I saw a shirt, and then I followed you. Your turning light was on.
Yeah.
I was like, well, he doesn't know where he's going.
Yeah.
And then you turned off, and I was like, oh, maybe it's not Fraser. So I come to the office. I go to walk in. I turn around. I see your truck pulling back out onto 107th. So I was like, I'll just wait right here, and then Fraser will see me. And
I appreciate you doing that, and I also pulled into another parking lot before.
So we were your third parking lot?
This was my third guess. Yeah.
Well, what do they say? Third time's the charm.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
You know, like most adults, I don't use road signs.
Yeah.
I just use trees.
Yeah. There's a lot of trees along 107th here, that's for sure. But
I think it was that tree that I turned right at.
You've done a show here.
Yes.
Yeah.
One.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it's a nice office.
Well, no,
right?
I was in the hangout. I've never done it in the studio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
well, this is nice.
It's nice to be
Well, welcome
here.
to the new studio.
Yeah.
It's larger than the other studio.
Yeah, it sure is.
And a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
So that's good. Well, love to have you. This is good stuff. Somebody says, "What is this? CTV2?" Were you around when the CTV2 stuff was happening in Bell?
A little bit.
Yeah.
They as soon as they were like, let's do some TV stuff, they were like, let's get rid of Fraser. Yeah.
Fraser is out of here. The CTV2 stuff was awesome because they came in one day. They're like, we're going to put you guys on CTV2. I was like, and they usually these big businesses, they don't move super quickly on
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to put you on
They
CTV2.
say things and then 2 years later come back.
Yeah, and this one, I was just like, oh, when? They're like, next week. They came in, they installed this really fancy camera, TV lighting. We're like, what? This is happening very quickly. And then when it got to the Monday when they were supposed to launch, they're like, forgot about closed captioning. We're going to work on this. Just sit tight. And then 2 years later, 1260 died.
Yeah.
So I
They
always
never
think,
hired the stenographer they needed. What?
well, yeah, there. So you know what? Just behind the scenes on the CTV2 stuff, so you had to get like a 90% accuracy clip on.
Yeah. And you don't even
On the
use
closed
real
captioning.
words half the time.
I said, well, how does like Nikita Nikitin impact this? Because they're never going to get that right. And we would be at like 88, 89%. And they're like, it's just not good enough. I'm like, first of all, how many people are actually watching the closed captioning? Like, can we not just fake it once and then get the approval and then go?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that always held us back. So Abutsky says, if this is leading up to Chase coming back, I'm done here. Chase, I don't think Chaser wants anything to do with the media. So I think we're probably okay on that front. Yeah. So there's that. All right. So it's Neilson, it's Fraser, and Benny is with us. YouTube Trev returns from his illustrious staycation. He'll be back with us tomorrow. And Lt.Eric will be back tomorrow. So I don't know how this worked out, but last week he basically lost his voice.
Right.
He's not in today because there's something called the Purple Music Festival.
Okay, cool.
And it's like dozens and dozens and dozens of obscure bands.
Yeah, all playing one
in small
song.
locations. Yeah. And he was there all 3 nights. So I hope he wasn't singing along. I don't know if he would know a lot of these songs anyway, but hopefully Eric's back tomorrow and he's got his full pipes. We'll see. But he took a lot of pictures with bands this weekend, and I don't know if many of them were well attended, but he was there front and center. So he loves that stuff.
He looked like every band's roadie, so I'm sure he got in very easily.
Can I get a picture with you? Well, don't you work with us?
Aren't you supposed to be coiling something?
Let's do this. All right, you can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. One of your text messages will win text of the day for Royal Pizza, still making it great with the best and freshest ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service for over 55 years.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
It's a big jingle show now, Fraser. Yeah, because the show is also now presented by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson. Whoa. Edmonton's train home comfort specialist for nearly 50 years. For all your furnace, air conditioning, and heat pump needs, visit www.weiss-johnson.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
This is a special day for you, Fraser.
Oh, listen to those pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's and so I have this because they partner with Train. But this is a special day because you're here. Because I bought a train whistle.
I
bought a real train whistle. Showed up on Amazon last night.
Yeah.
It even says on it, train whistle. So now I can go like this. This is going to blow your mind right now.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, that's a good one. That's the one.
Right?
That's the one.
That was it.
Mark that with a pen. Yeah.
So anyway, this is my Weiss Johnson train whistle.
Yeah.
And we'll keep it here, and I'll choo some things.
My next door neighbor, who is just a legend of a guy, has one of those guys that has done everything and continues to do everything, even in his retirement. Yeah.
Why are you so busy?
He has an old train horn, just the horn,
How big is this?
the size of the table.
I was going to say those must be very big.
It's a beast. And during the playoffs, every time the Oilers scored, he would let that off. And it literally sounded like a train was about to come through my living room.
Really?
And he was.
You live in the wilderness.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he is not next door. Like, and all of a sudden, we would be sitting there and it'd be like, I didn't know they installed tracks, but we're in danger.
What is going on right now? Jeez. So that thing, I mean, yeah. How far away does he live?
He's probably a half kilometer away.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that thing you could probably hear.
Oh,
Yeah. You know what I do find funny is that there's some guy farming out there who's PVRing the game.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, no. Come on, man. Oilers have scored
Spoiler
twice.
warning, man.
Oilers have scored twice. This is tough. Imagine getting things spoiled by the neighbor's train whistle.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Oilers up 2-0. That's tough. That's tough. We are coming at you on 95.7 Cruise FM. If you tuned into Cruise, for
you.
great tunes this morning.
Yeah.
Just wait. 9 o'clock, they'll get right back to all the great classic rock that they're usually giving
They've
you.
got 2 jingles already.
Yeah, exactly. I got more coming. I made this one for our 6 o'clock hour sponsor. So this is like when Wayne's World.
Yes.
That's the next level. And
That's
remember
right.
that just everything was sponsored.
From Noah's Arcade.
Yeah, exactly. He's coming in next week. The 7 o'clock hour is going to be brought to you by Noah's Arcade. No, but the 6 o'clock hour brought to you by the guys over at Ewell, your power play specialists. Ewell has the gear you need for your next electrical project. With 3 Edmonton area locations, you can order online anytime at ewell.ca. That's EWEL.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. I made a jingle for them with AI last week.
Ewell, your partner in power.
That's good, right?
Yeah. Oh, no. AI is creepy as hell.
Oh, it's amazing.
I spent all summer playing around with that app.
Yeah,
Just you taking my 4 free songs a day and just making jingles about all of my family members.
I pay for monthly credits.
Do you?
Yeah. That song took 8 credits because it was like the 8th time when they made one that was actually good. I was like, I could use this. Yeah. But AI song creation for somebody, I love doing lyrics, but I have no musical talent to save my life except for this sweet train whistle.
Yeah, exactly. And the spoons.
So that's really easy. Yeah. And trombone, obviously.
that's right.
I can clearly play trombones. Yeah, the 6 o'clock hour brought to you by Ewell. We have a new 8 o'clock hour sponsor starting today. More details on that just after 8 o'clock, if you can believe it.
That works.
We're going to lay out the show for you. Then we'll dive into some morning announcements today. We're going to talk a lot about the Elks in this first segment. If you're at the game, let us know your thoughts. Huge win against a pretty good Calgary team. We're going to get into that. That'll be during your morning announcements coming up. Monday morning blitz package. We'll dive into some of the storylines around the National Football League. The good, bad, and ugly from the weekend for the 780. We'll go there around 6:50. Off season. What off season?
What off season?
It's nice. It's nice to hear that again. Darnell Nurse wins our Whipping Boy bracket. The most. We just finished this on Friday. You really missed it.
I would have taken. Yeah, it's a good pick.
Yeah,
but
who would you have taken?
Tom Pody.
Oh, Pody was eliminated in the first round.
Tom Pody every day. I lived that.
I'll bring you up to speed just after 7 o'clock in the whole Whipping Boy bracket. We do have a champion. And then is this the week McDavid signs? Find out just after 7 o'clock with off season. What off season?
What off season?
A listener, a viewer, however you consume the show, a listener named Hawk. Says he's in the nasty chat sometimes.
Not the Hawk, we know.
Not the Hawk.
Okay.
I bumped into a buddy of the Hawk at the tailgate. He goes, hey, I'm buddies with Craig. I'm like, the Hawk.
The Hawk.
I said, how do you know him? He goes, I work with him. I said, oh, so you're a scientist nerd too. And then it was funny. He goes, yeah, Hawk's on vacation right now. Or he said he's off right now. I said, what's he? I said, I bet you he's just staying home. He goes, yeah, he is just staying home. Anyway, Hawk came to Mexico with us years ago. Anyway, this is a different Hawk. He has created an Oilers anthem for the upcoming season, and it doesn't suck. So we're going to play that in the off-season segment.
And that's
our
only standard.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not our standard.
Not.
We've used a lot of things that sucked.
If you listen to this show, we play a lot of things that sucked. A big one. Your Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day. Spoiler alert, it's already up if you want to go check it out on the EST Specials page. It is a Monday Night Football parlay. We'll dive into that around 7:25. 7:30 today. That's a good for the Italian Center.
That's good.
Mike Tanier, 2 Deep Zone. You remember Tanier, yeah. Anyway, he still joins us, and he's a beauty.
He's a legend.
He'll be by at 7:45 today. Kind of easy trivia, 3 questions too many. 8:30 today, Elks linebacker Joel Dublanko, who's all over the place against Calgary. Special teams tackles, a bunch of defensive tackles, and a handsome man. Fraser's just like, man, this is a good-looking dude. And he's a great interview, too. So Dublanko's going to join us around 8:30. Then we'll have your wrap for William Huff as well. Let's dive into your morning announcements here on The Neilson Show. Morning announcements brought to you by the Rundle Park Short Course. Family-friendly, walkable par 58. The perfect course for all skill levels, but really good for short hitters or those of you who are just learning the game. Affordable rates for juniors, seniors, adults. Plus, remember to grab a smash burger at Shorty's after the round. The boys from Rundle Park were in on the hangout last week. And, it's really the course we should all golf.
Yes.
Is it not?
Absolutely.
So many of us who are shooting anywhere between 95 and 105 might as well just go play the short course. Yeah. It takes all the stress out of golf.
Yeah.
Now, I still wouldn't shoot well, but I could go home to my wife and kids. What'd you do, Daddy? I shot 80, son.
He'd be so proud.
Oh, he would be. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I would, but I could say it, and that would be awesome.
Yeah, you'd
So-
still 5-putt.
Yeah. That is true. The greens are all the same.
On in 3.
Yeah. That's putting does suck. I still haven't figured it out. Like I would golf with buddies like your putter's too short, and I'm like, I've tried all lengths of putters. I've tried them all. Nothing works because I'm too shaky. I just like
No,
I
the
can't
problem
do it.
is that we all know how to get into your head when we play golf.
Oh,
with
that's
you.
true, too.
Like you are just, you get so rattled so quickly.
I'm mentally weak
Yes, you
when it comes to golf for sure.
I hate golf, but I loved golfing with you because it was pure entertainment.
I have calmed down since those days. Now I just accept that I suck. Before I used to fight it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm better than this. Now I'm just like,
I'm
yeah,
not
sorry,
better.
boys.
No, history has proven I am not better than this.
I played in the Elks alumni tournament on Thursday.
Yep.
They probably used 2 of my shots.
Yeah.
And I did roll in our longest putt of the day, which
Hey,
made me feel
nice.
really good.
Yeah.
It was might be a 14-footer. Like it wasn't like I was Rory at the Irish Open this past week, but still, it made me feel good. Fist bumps,
Yeah.
part of the team.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
It's on none of my list. How good was that eagle?
That was incredible. I don't even know what happened after that.
Yeah. That was the highlight.
Yeah, that was an incredible putt. The place went absolutely nuts. That's your home country hero at your event, rolling in an eagle to tie it.
Yeah.
That was insane. All right, so the Elks, what a win. What a win, what a time. If you're at that game, chime in right now, Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. And if you are listening on Cruise 95.7, Cruise FM, hop on over, sub to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Yeg Sports Talk. This show, this entire Edmonton Sports Talk station was designed for video. So it's not like we're just putting radio on to YouTube. We were designed on the YouTube, and now we're bringing it to you on the radio. So go sub to our channel, hammer the thumbs up if you're watching today. But just an incredible atmosphere at the game. This text in from Chris today says, Dusty, that was the best crowd and most fun we've had in Commonwealth in the 2020s. The Elks played a heck of a game. If they keep playing exciting games like that, people will be coming back. To top it off, my son won an Apple Watch and a jersey, and then I won a signed Trey Ford jersey. I think the whole experience deserves a conch. That's in from C-Dick. It was amazing.
That's
though.
fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, those guys had a great run.
Wow.
My kid's got a football.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, Marshall caught it. He was like, Daddy, caught a football. And Elizabeth's like, I got one. So they were in the Play Alberta suite, which is one of those ones right at the end, like up on the, and Marshall and Muzz after the game were driving home, they're like, Daddy, tell Jordan from Play Alberta, that was the greatest night of my life. We're walking out after the game, and they're telling me about the suite. And Elizabeth goes, Daddy, you'll never believe it. They had cucumbers. I said, what? They had cucumbers. She goes, yeah, not at first, but then they brought more. And I was like, oh, because she loves cucumbers. She goes, they had cucumbers in the suite, Daddy. So, but they had a bunch of balls that they were dishing out there. So she got one of those, and Marshall caught one. Yeah. I don't know if it was because they had the whole panel, like Kate and Enoch, they were all there, and they're running around. Milt was there throwing up balls and stuff. But it was, I've called a lot of games at Commonwealth with CFL and TSN over the last, 6 years or whatever. That felt different. Like that was, it felt like a football city. Like, 28,300. And I know usually people are like, yeah, there's more like 14 there. No, it was really well attended. It was a good time.
Well, we've kind of been talking about this as a sporting community. This is a team that for the first time in, I don't know, maybe a decade, it feels like we're cheering for the team. Like we used to be cheering for ourselves, or like, well, we're cheering for our city. Like, but this feels like an organization that we don't have a problem cheering for anymore. So that's
a good point.
That makes me feel better as someone who wants to see people filling up that stadium. You got to give them a reason to show up, and it can't just be good deals on food, which is always good.
Yeah, those are nice.
Those are nice. but you need to give them something more, and it finally feels like there's something more to cheer about.
Jaked Potato into the PJ's inbox at 780-218-9999. Took the girlfriend to Commonwealth. She loved it. Just learning football, and she's definitely coming back for the Saskatchewan game. Now, the only buzzkill is that they go on the road for 2. So they go and get a winnable game against Toronto. And right now, I'd say a winnable game against Hamilton.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they come home for the Riders. So Riders fans are going to roll in. So that should help the crowd. And if the Elks can, let's say they win one of these 2, then they're 4-2. No, they'd be 5-2 in their last 7 going into a game against the Riders at home. I mean, I'd hope for another 26,000, 27,000.
Well, can you imagine them coming back to Edmonton at 500?
Oh man. Yeah, if they go up, if they win both out east. And look, they're actually...
And that's got to be the goal. Like,
they're 4-0 against the East this year. They haven't lost against
the Elks coaches and management. That's what I'm telling the guys. Like, the next time we're in this dressing room, we're a 500 football team.
Killam's... I get goosebumps watching Killam postgame.
Yeah.
Like, that guy, I can see why... When they hired him, everybody who'd been around him talked about how he's a leader of men, like the old Nickelback song.
Yeah.
But you can just tell that they buy into what this guy is selling.
Yeah.
Trainer Mark texts into the PJ's inbox. Buy now, do not pay for 1 year at Paris Jewelers. Hey guys, can I get a conch for driving my Larry's fire truck in front of the Stamps bench and waving at them? The Elks outscored the Stamps 27-10 after that. #trauma. That was really funny. So they do this Larry's fire truck race now in front of the visiting team's bench after their owner blindly drove the truck through the Stampeders sideline last year. And Mark was one of the 4 contestants in this. And they all take off, and then he was on this far side. He cuts over and he runs right in front of their bench, waving at them as he's running down the field. And they got outscored 27-10 after that. Fraser and I, before we came on the air today, we were listening to Rankin family music because we're like, maybe there's something there for Justin Rankin touchdown. The Rankin family was a kind family.
Yeah,
eh?
they were kind. They still are.
The door,
lovely people.
Yeah,
just soul music, right? Like,
they do a lot of kitchen sitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, the door's open. Come on in. Sit at the table. Let's sing some of our best songs.
But a song that slaps, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, is there something that we could do that would... Now, Rankin probably deserves better.
Yes.
Justin Rankin is a stud.
He is chef's kiss CFL is what he is.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, he's undrafted, played at 2 different colleges, has played for 4 different IFL franchises, and has been cut at least once in the CFL. Like, this is the perfect CFL player.
When he first came to camp here, Chris Jones tried him as a receiver and then cut him.
Yeah.
But in an ironic twist, he's their running back now, but also leads the team in receiving yards. Yeah. So, I mean, it is a great CFL story.
He's a star. He's a star. He's an offense that a player that you can build an offense around, and you saw it against the Stamps. Like, Cody Fajardo does not need to go and throw for 300 yards.
Yeah, Cody doesn't need to attempt 40 passes.
When he's got an athlete like that, and what I was really picking up on is that Fajardo gets it. Like, his play action fakes are legit.
He sells them, doesn't he?
He is selling hard because he knows, like, you can tell when the quarterback has been told he has to hand off and doesn't want to, because he basically like just hands it, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no play fake. Fajardo's all in on this Rankin kid. He knows that he's got a weapon there, and everyone is responding to it. Like, it is fun to watch, and you can see that offensive line loves running downhill. Like, offensive lines would much rather be moving forward than trying to hold things.
Well, and
at
this
bay.
one specifically is much better moving forward than it is trying to sit back and defend Cody.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was Rankin. His ability coming off a jump cut to hit full speed
at
like
angles,
2 steps out of it at an angle.
Yeah.
Is like his 90-yard touchdown run was brilliant, but that 31-yard one gets the ball, somebody in front of him, jump cut, 5 steps, spin move, breaks another tackle, holds off the last guy into the end zone. That might have even been a more impressive run. Like he's the real deal. He is 100% the real deal.
He is a problem for other teams' defensive coordinators, and that's what you want to.
Yeah, he's the guy they game plan against.
Yeah,
like,
you want that situation where when they know they have to play you, they are spending days trying to scheme, how do we stop this guy? And because he is such a good improviser, it's hard to come up with a scheme.
And like I think he can be an 8 or 9 target a game guy too.
Yeah,
out of the backfield. So he's an incredible talent. 2 other things that stood out to me in that game: they didn't have Dunbar. Their receiving group is not what I would call average in the Canadian Football League, a little bit below that. But they're 2 rookies. Benjamin Victor, and just so you know, it's not Benjamin, it's Benjamin. It's B-I-N, Benjamin.
Yeah, just to make things difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just say Victor a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, Benjamin Victor and Lt.Eric, 2 rookies, were leading the team in targets and caught 90% of them. Like, you don't need them to do anything special. Get to the first down marker, turn around, Cody will find you. And both of those guys able to do that. And then the defense, I was very impressed by, because they did not have Jake Serezna. They did not have Niles Morgan. They do not have Robbie Smith, and they did not have Nick Anderson. And at the beginning of the year, if you said who are the 4 most important players on their defense, it's those 4 guys. They had none of them. Brinkman got banged up partway through the game. And that was probably one of the best games their defense played. Their secondary, while they weren't taking in, 3 or 4 picks, they were aggressive. And I was very impressed by that too.
Yeah,
so.
we talked about it. 2 late coverage sacks, which is a testament to it. When you see that quarterback getting a full 5 count in the pocket and still getting sacked, that's telling you that secondary came to play. So a really nice effort. And I think it's having direct positive results for that offense. You mentioned it. Like, they don't really know what they're doing offensively outside of Rankin. And when you are not panicked every time you hit the field because your defense is finally making some stops, it allows everyone to calm down in that huddle and just start making plays. And we saw it against Calgary. That's a legit defense, man. Like, that is a legit
They were
defense.
missing their Jalen Hutchings, who's their best defensive tackle, but one man doesn't make that much of a difference. That was good. All right, we'll get to more on that. We've got our good, bad, and ugly from the weekend coming up as well. We're going to dive into the NFL, a few storylines that we have to get into from the National Football League yesterday as well. But if you were at Commonwealth, share the time that you had with us at 780-218-9999. Let's get to the update with Benny.
NFL Sunday has passed, and boy, do we have some action in the Sunday night game. The Bills and Ravens had a shootout last night as the top 2 in MVP voting last year went at it. The Bills stormed back from down 15 with 4.5 minutes to go and ended with 41-year-old Matt Prater's 32-yard field goal as time expired. The final score was 41-40, Josh Allen throwing for 394 yards, while Lamar Jackson threw for 209 yards. Earlier in the day, Jets and Steelers collided, with the game being labeled as the QB swap. Justin Fields for the Jets and it's Aaron Rodgers for the Steelers. That game went down to the wire as the score ended 34-32 for the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers throws for 244 yards, while Fields throws for 218 yards in defeat. And over in Seattle, the Seahawks fall to the 49ers 17-13. Brock Purdy had no problem breaking down that defense, and he threw for 277 yards. Sam Darnold, in his first game as a Seahawk quarterback, throws for 150 yards. Seahawks are in action again Sunday against the Steelers at 11 a.m. Tonight, it's another divisional rivalry game as the Vikings and Bears will square off. That game will get going at 6:15 tonight. And to the major leagues, the Blue Jays come up short against the Yankees to forfeit their series. The Yankees now sit 2 games back of the Jays for top spot of the AL East as they beat Toronto 4-3 yesterday. Toronto is back in action tomorrow as they start up a 3-game series with the Astros. The Neilson Show, Hour 1 continues here on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
What say you? Hey, nasty crew. We got the Neilson Show flu. listening online. We catch up with the podcast when we fall behind. We're texting in the nasty chat what's on our mind. 780-218-9999. No more interference from corporate interest. Just Lt.Eric and all of the bad guys. Like Wyszynski and Noodles. Captain can gauge it. Maybe it's fun but a cool band to make a little wager. We can't wait for the Monday mandate. Shaggy's always on time. Tommy's always late.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Forget about the old place. Hey, we were number one in the text race. We don't miss all the commercial breaks, but we sure miss Nickelback today. We wanna hear some Huntix and we wanna hear Renee. Wanna hold the neck up when I wanna kiss away. Beat left the tire fire and remember that name. We love every goal song, but what about the Canes? Macramella, Rapapo, Drager and Tanier. It ain't Christmas season, but they sound like reindeer. Button and my cousin and the tales of the North. All about him given person, Dusty go forth. What say you? AM Nasty crew. We got the Neilson Show flu. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it.
.35 on the Neilson Show on YouTube, on TuneIn Radio, on iHeartRadio, at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and now on 95.7 Cruise FM as well. Dustin Nielson with you. Will Fraser is here today, and Benny with us as well. Both Trev and Eric will be returning tomorrow. Cards text into the Paris Jewelers inbox, and one of your text messages will win the Royal Pizza text of the day. Card says, I always avoided eating Commonwealth food, but at one point I was so hungry, I ordered a bison cheeseburger. And it was one of the better burgers I've had in a long time. And that's coming from a foodie. Let's give a conch to the Commonwealth Bison Cheeseburger. How about that?
I agree.
Yeah.
Those things smell fantastic.
There are a few items at Commonwealth that are legitimately delicious.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Baggio is in and says, am I dreaming or is this Will and Dusty? Having Lt.Eric on the same time would be the trifecta. Somebody else texted in today and said, Phrase, does being on FM radio once make up for being fired from AM radio?
Hey, I was laid off. They had no reason to get rid of me. They just decided
They had to lay you off. That's right. You were the chosen one for that year.
Well, they were like, well, if Lisa LaFlamme's got to go, Fraser's got to go.
Yeah.
Everyone has to make their sacrifice.
That's it. Yeah. You were making too big a bucks.
Yeah, that's what it was. Must be what it was.
We were all making too much money at the old place. Yeah. All right. If you're listening to 95.7 Cruise FM this morning, you can text us anytime. 780-218-9999. Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you by our partners over at Play Alberta. Download the new and improved app today, and they've got improved odds for all North American leagues this year, including the National Football League, which is up and running. And, of course, the Neilson Show brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, Weiss Johnson, whoa.
I'm getting better at that. I think I'm getting better at that. You think I'm getting better at that?
How many weeks do you think that creative team tried to find a rhyme for Weiss Johnson and then just decided, whoa.
Yeah, it makes sense. 100%. And you know what? Nailed it, because it's one of the most catchy jingles
it's a
going.
Great jingle.
But you're right. For a while there, they were sitting going,
Weiss Johnson,
Weiss Johnson.
Brees Monson,
Yeah.
Fonson.
And then one guy goes, wait a second. Why don't we just go, whoa, 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 whoa.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
That's it.
That's it. That's
it. That's it. Oh, that is funny. All right, so Lt.Eric might not be here today, but you know where he is going to be today? Selly Sports Bar and Lounge, Monday Night Football. LT will be there. It was a great crowd out on Thursday night for Thursday Night Football. Monday Night Football tonight. Your Chicago Bears dive into the mix.
This is to start a season. The only thing that might rival it would be a Packers-Lions game. But
Yeah,
you know how that ended. Yeah, I said to you this morning, I was like, so are my Bears going to faceplant as bad as your Lions did in week 1? Because I have no confidence in my Bears, especially against a very solid Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota. It's funny. I think because they're going to JJ McCarthy, who was a first round pick, but I think we're forgetting that that's a really, really good team.
Yes.
Like the Vikings are good on both sides of the ball.
Just solid. Like they have no definable weakness that you can attack.
I do think I have more faith in your Bears than you do, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Somebody should. Somebody should have faith in them. I have none.
I saw a headline last night come across X from a Chicago newspaper. I still get sucked into headlines.
Okay, yeah.
Like I don't want to read the newspaper, but I like to see the headline.
You
I
were
like to see
raised
the
in a
headline.
different time.
Yeah, it said lights, camera, traction? ? And it was Caleb Williams on the pitch. It was really well done. That was very clever. That was very clever. All right, the Sunday nighter last night felt a little bit like a CFL game. Wild finish, like absolutely incredible finish. The Ravens, like Derrick Henry did whatever he wanted all night, and then he fumbles. At the one moment you can't fumble. I mean, if Derrick Henry just hangs onto the football, the Ravens probably get that done.
I'm pretty sure Derrick Henry, though, is sitting there going, maybe if our defense got one stop,
that's true.
It wouldn't have come down to my one fumble.
There was a bunch of interesting stats popping up on the Ravens coming out of this football game because for their first 7 possessions, they could not be stopped.
Yeah.
And then their last, so here we are. After scoring 40 points on 8 drives and gaining 410 yards on those drives, the Ravens' final 3 drives, 3 and out, 6 yards punt, 2 plays, 4 yards fumble, 3 and out, 7 yards punt. Prior to that, they'd scored on all possessions except 1. And then, the going got tough, and then that happened. But this is, like last night, I know Ravens fans, and we have one here, Wanik. I can't wait to see what he says. But this is almost the norm for them. The Ravens have now lost 8 games since the 2021 season in which they at one point had a win probability of at least 90%. That's 3 more than the next closest team. Like nobody blows games that they're on the verge of wrapping up like the Baltimore Ravens, Benny.
Pretty sure the ESPN app had the Ravens at a 99% chance to win the game.
99.1%.
Yeah.
With 4:48 left.
Yeah.
And they blew it.
That's insane to think that.
Like this is the reputation that the Ravens have. Like,
Well, this is just it.
And you can't rule out Josh Allen.
Allen's a gamer.
All last season, we watched the Ravens going, wow, that offense can score at will, but their defense can't stop anything. And so they went into the offseason and addressed nothing about their defense. Yeah. They are still a team that is going to give up a ton of points.
But man, when they're firing offensively, like the ability to run, that one, Lamar was 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage, got it, took it up, and then the next play, Derrick Henry ran it the rest of the way into the end zone. Like they are, and even Zay Flowers had a big game. He had 7 catches over 100 yards.
What a week to play him in fantasy.
Yeah, that sucks.
No, they are a fantasy football team dream.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
those two
just
guys
load
especially,
up, right?
Yeah. Also a conch for Marshall Bokeith Nielson, winning his first ever fantasy football
there
week.
you go.
This is a guy who wanted to trade A.J. Brown at halftime on Thursday. Even last night still. Before
father,
bed.
like son.
Yeah, he's flipping through the magazine last night still. He goes, Daddy, do you think I could trade A.J. Brown for St. Brown? I said, listen, man. I said, you need the other person to want to make the trade. These guys are not on a waiver wire. But then I told him he won pretty comfortably. He's like, oh, wow. Okay. I said, so just calm down.
I was talking with him.
I think that you get to talk to your younger self.
Yeah. It's same thing.
It's like somebody created a shrinking gun and just shot it down.
When we first started working together, you were all over every fantasy in the world, and you would panic so quick.
I still do.
Yeah,
I still do.
like you would have winning rosters, and you'd be like, I don't know, I think I need to blow it up, and it'd be like, or you.
That
could
is
just,
true. I did do that a lot. I did blow up some good rosters.
Or you could just.
I like
chill
making
out.
deals. I mean, what can I say?
I was talking to Marshall at the tailgate. I was like, I heard about your fantasy. And he goes, yeah, Christian McCaffrey's hurt now. Like, what's going on? Like,
And then McCaffrey played and he was okay.
Yeah,
Versus
I'm sure
pretty
he's happy
about
with
that,
Josh
too.
Allen pick too.
He'll be very excited to see the final results of Josh Allen yesterday too.
yeah.
So, but I love it. I mean, it's good. Marshall actually started doing flag football yesterday. The Elks are running this fall flag football league. First 2 weeks are at Clark, and then the next 6 weeks are at Commonwealth. And so this was his first taste of football ever yesterday. And I've never seen him so exhausted. They were only out there for like an hour, 15 minutes. He came off. His face was like blotchy red. Like he just was like, I said, how'd he? He goes, I loved it. I said, but he goes, I got to bring 2 water bottles next week because the one was just drained. But they did like a mini scrimmage at the end. And he's out there and he's like, everybody pick up a guy. And he's just like full blown panic. The one time somebody threw a deep ball and he tried to knock it down and the kid caught it in the end zone and Marshall drops to a knee and he's like, I said to Tam, I told him not to overreact if they played a scrimmage. But so he's all in on this flag football now, which is fun. So shout out to the Elks. Conch for the Elks for putting this together.
Is he just running post routes all day long?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's like, I'd like to try quarterback. I said, well, everybody might get, but there's this one kid. I mean, I
Just
swear to
throwing tight
God,
spirals.
the Elks should throw him on the practice roster right now. He's 11. I said to Tammy, I said, look at this kid. Like, I don't want to accuse kids of being on roids.
Yeah.
But that kid was unbelievable.
He's on gear.
Yeah. Also, a conch to Sentinel Storage, who's our presenting sponsor of the Hangout. They are the sponsor of this Elks flag football camp. So a conch to the Sentinel crew, too.
Fantastic.
I know you're going to get to it during the good, bad, and ugly. But Aaron Rodgers goes back against the Jets, throws 4 touchdowns, and you just like to see good guys really have success,
Exactly.
right?
Like,
So
I'm
that's
so happy that his perseverance has paid off.
Feel really good that Aaron Rodgers is able to have that moment, you know? Man, that was you know what? I will say this. Justin Fields actually, like if I'm a Jets fan, Justin Fields was throwing a pretty good ball.
Yeah, no, I've bought into that hype before.
Yeah, no, you did. Yeah,
he'll
you
let
did.
you down.
Yeah. Steelers fans never
He'll
did.
ruin your year.
Well, that's the thing. I was listening to a podcast on the way in today, and they were talking about Justin Fields, like pretty encouraging. Now it was a fantasy football podcast, but they were like pretty encouraging signs over the way he'd been throwing the ball in the preseason in that game. But you are right. Like Justin Fields will get you.
Yeah, I drank that Kool-Aid for many years. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Which Justin Fields going to show up for work today?
the Niners lose Kittle.
Yep.
Hamstring injury. That's a tough one there. And how about this? This was my worst read of the week. I kind of liked the Dolphins going into this week. Big time mistake. Big time mistake.
That was a bit of a boat race.
Daniel Jones becomes the 6th quarterback in NFL history to debut with 250 passing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. So for the 8% of you that waited on quarterback in a super flex league and had to start Daniel Jones in your number 2 spot, congratulations, because you managed to pull it off. I don't know, man. Maybe the Colts, like last year, the Colts defense was playoff caliber.
Sure.
Maybe Daniel Jones can get their offense going, and maybe the Colts take a run at the division. Who knows?
It's early going.
It's very early.
Your Lions are 0-1. They are not
Yeah.
going to finish.
Are we sure?
I
watched that game yesterday. I'm in a little bit of a panic mode right now. Now the Packers, look, what concerns me about that, I wasn't going to talk. I'll get into it a little bit. What concerns me about that is that last year the Lions were 6-0 in the division.
Yeah.
And the Packers were 1-5. And it's a very good division. And now the Packers have as many wins in the division
There's
as
not
they
a
did all of
division that
last year.
compares to it.
No, it's the best division in football.
It's a monster. Absolute monster.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Anyway, there was the Sunday night game was incredible. There was a few other good ones on the slate. There's a couple of duds. There always is when there's that many games. And then we get the Monday nighter tonight. Join Eric. He'll be at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge, Century Casino, Fort Road. They've got a bunch of NFL prizes they'll be dishing out there as well. And if you missed him on the show this morning, go hang out with him tonight at Selly's. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999 to get you into the Paris Jewelers inbox. Vance Van Vandervan texts and it says, my dad's favorite NFL team is the Jets. because he's a Saskatchewan Roughriders fan, and the Jets are also a team that wears green and white and lose all the time.
It's only ridiculous because there is a lot of Packers fans in this town.
They have Elks colors. Let's do that one. The troll text in with the Weiss Johnson jingle.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
The troll text in and says, "Whoa, has been a classic punk lyric for years. It just works."
It always does.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. Brought to you by the 780, home of the EST NWO style shirts that I've got on today, and of course our Win Yeah shirts. Also, huge shout out to the guy who came up to me. My kids were down on the field at Commonwealth after the game, and it was really fun to go down on the field after the game because they won. But the kids are down there no matter what, win or loss. But the vibe even on the field after the game was good. And the one guy walks up to me, he goes, "Hey, Dusty, can I get a win ya?" Which was our Oilers bit from the playoffs. I was like, "I'll give you one. I'll give you a win ya." I think VR Greg was in today and says, Justin Rankin and the Elks win deserve a Dusty Elk call. Have you heard my Elk call?
Give it to me.
Yeah. I've been working on this over the years, Fraser.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever graced you with it, but some people say it's pretty good.
Okay.
If Benny was to watch out the window, you'd probably see an elk or two come up.
That's my fear.
Yeah, that's the thing. There'll be too many
Thank
elks.
God hunting season
There'll be
hasn't
too
opened
many
yet.
elks. Yeah. Are they rutting right now? All right, here we go. Elk!
That's not bad.
Right?
You
Thank
know
you.
what, dude? It's not bad.
Thanks, man.
I thought that was going to be a face plant. It was not. I'm actually worried that some guy with a compound bow is on his way.
I'm going to walk out of here later, take a bull right to the heart. Boom! Ah! It's not an elk. It's a man. That would be funny. All right, let's get into our good, bad, and ugly. Fraser, you are our guest today. What's your good from the weekend?
My
man?
good, and I've been preaching this gospel since it started at the beginning of the month, and I will continue to do so. Have you had the opportunity to tune in to any of the Women's Rugby World Cup action?
Actually, no, I have not.
Make sure you do. They are heading into their action, pool action wrapped up this past weekend, and now they'll head into quarterfinals, semifinals,
Knockout
and
stage.
final. Yeah, and it is so good, Dustin. This is going to sound crazy.
Okay,
it's better than watching the men's. So the men's,
I think there's some sports where that
can get just a little mucky and slow and kind of beach up, drag them out. And the women's game is dynamic, and they are scoring on different ways. It's fast. And if I could do anything in sport right now, I would get the IIHF to watch Women's Rugby World Cup and go, do you see what that looks like when you let the women just play the men's rules?
Yeah.
Because there's no women's rules in women's rugby. They
just play rugby
rules. And these women hammer each other. It is so good. So make sure, if you have not already, go on YouTube, whatever, and check it out. It will blow you away. It's taking place in England, so the stadiums are full. The vibe is great, and Team Canada's women are monsters.
Yeah, they're legit, right?
They are,
yeah.
And they are scaring the crap out of every other team at the World Cup right now. Everyone went in going, this is England's World Cup to lose, and they are. They're the number one ranked team in the world. But Canada came in ranked number 2, and it's one of those groups that just keeps gelling. Every match, they seem to be even more of a cohesive group out there and scoring different ways. They cannot be stopped out there. It is so entertaining.
Doesn't sign text guy.
Yeah.
Text in and says, I haven't missed one of these games. Starts at 5 a.m. Saturday.
Yeah.
Men also qualified for the 2027 World Cup.
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay, well, that's good to know. Horse Eyes also texts in and says, I'm hit! My elk! Which is a running bit we have, which is kind of funny. Could be the Royal Pizza text of the day. That's strong. Benny, you got a good, bad, and ugly from the weekend?
Well, I don't know if I have a bad.
Do you have a good?
I mean, the first thing that jumps out to me is the game last night. I was at a buddy's place. I was just like,
you guys were loving it, eh?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of either team, but I was amazed, and I'm like, I know I've said on this on this show that my fandom for the Dolphins. That's my bad, actually. That's my bad.
Yeah, of
Dolphins.
course. Yeah.
God. My fandom for the Dolphins is in the final year of its contract.
Oh,
And
looking to make the move.
and I might be making a move. And I said, if the Dolphins don't give me a reason to stay, I'm leaving since I am a new fan of the NFL.
Yeah, you're a young man. How do you end up being a Dolphins fan? They haven't been relevant
I know
for 30 years.
My buddy's a fan, and I started.
Like their stadium sucks, their
Yep.
team sucks, like
Yep.
everything sucks
I
about
know.
the Dolphins.
So that's why I'm thinking about leaving, and I can't go in division with the Bills.
So you're gonna be a Ravens fan?
No,
Oh,
but I love Josh Allen, and I have 17 tattooed on me. Like, I feel like that's such a good fit, and it's like in a way it could be kind of like Canada's team for some
yeah,
people.
why would
It's
you
like,
not be a
like,
Bills fan?
But it's in division though, and like my
Look,
Dolphins,
man.
my Dolphins buddies will like rip me because they're like, it's like they don't
No,
really care
you
if I
will,
leave.
you will rip them.
gonna
no,
say,
yeah,
trust
yeah,
me.
I guess,
you will
I
own them
guess.
for the next 5 years. I would
guess.
100%
that
make
Josh
that move.
Allen
Yeah.
is going to make
Yeah.
your team competitive.
Yeah.
Like,
I love Allen. I've been talking like Cincinnati. I really like because that to me like they're not like a top team, so it's not like I'm hopping like on a bandwagon or anything. It's like they're a team that's fun, but also like they struggle.
They
So-
also still sneak out wins against the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both teams deserve to lose that game. Jeez. But yeah, I don't know. In my final year, I've said I'm a Dolphins fan for this year. And
I'd probably bail partway through. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You should just cut that cord right now.
They're going to be a 3 or 4
unless
win
your
team
mother
this
is
year.
like, I was conceived at a Dolphins game, you can just you can check out.
All right, let's keep moving. Dex is in. It says women's rugby is dirty. They're psychos.
They are. It is so good to watch. Trust me.
My sister played rugby briefly in high school. I went and watched, and it was vicious.
Yes.
Vicious.
No, it's not just vicious, but every single one of those psychos is running out there with the biggest smile on their face, heading into contact. Like not only are they making the contact, they want it. Like they just want a hammer. Yeah.
Let's get to my good. We already hit on this quite a bit today, and we're going to come back around to it just after 7:30, so I won't spend a ton of time on it. But the vibe at Commonwealth was unlike anything I've seen in the last 5 years. It was absolutely awesome. Brother Morgs texts in, says, I attended the game, had a blast. Vibes were great. Saw the boys at the tailgate. The Double E are back. Brother Morgs. It's just nice seeing these texts again. There was one guy who said the best thing about the game was he took his 2 adult children to it for the first time, and it was good. This one is in from Brett. Says, good morning, boys. I took my 19-year-old son to the Elks game on Saturday, and we felt the atmosphere was the best that it's been since pre-COVID. It was heartwarming to see potential if the fans and the team can get things back to somewhat where they used to be. A good win by the Elks. Also, on another note, how does a guy get tickets for the award show on Tuesday? We looked online and we couldn't find anything. That is the Estes. It is next Tuesday. All you do is you email estes@edmontonsportstalk.com. Tickets are $10. Helps us cover the cost of the Garneau Theater, which we rent for the award show. So estes@edmontonsportstalk.com will get you your tickets. All right, you're bad from the weekend.
Okay.
We got to move. We got about 4 minutes.
Bill Belichick has moved completely into his Grandpa Simpsons phase. Like, what happened? We know what happened. It's called sundowning is what happened, but he is shouting at clouds now. Last year at this time, he was doing Manning casts.
Yes.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was great. We were enjoying it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, he's going to be the new head coach of UNC. And you're like, well, that's weird. Obviously, they threw a lot of money at him. Well, he comes out after getting embarrassed in his first game as their head coach and goes, the Pats have banned me from all of their facilities, so the Pats are banned from all of UNC.
Oh, no.
And the Pats are like, oh, that really disturbs our weekend plans, I guess. Just the most impotent sort of response.
He's becoming senile.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
it's not good. It is not. It is very bad right now for old Bill Belichick.
That's a great story, though. I mean, that is funny. My bad. Benny already mentioned his Dolphins are his bad. My bad is the fans who left getting called out by Josh Allen after the game last night. Like, I get it. You were down by what you were down. But I love Josh Allen coming up and saying, hey, maybe have some faith next time.
Yeah.
Maybe have faith that Derrick Henry, who rarely fumbles, is going to fumble.
Yeah.
But still, I thought that's got to be bad. Like, you're a fan who left, you're driving home, you're listening to the post game, and Josh Allen is like, maybe you should believe in us.
I love it.
That's
and
tough.
I love it that he's taken the equity he's built up and thrown it
Josh
back at
Allen
the
can
fans.
say that.
Yeah.
All right, what's your ugly?
Okay, my ugly Jets Steelers. Like, if a meteor could strike one area in the world,
Right before Boswell's kick.
that would have been it.
Yeah.
Like 34-32, Steelers get the win over the Jets. which any other day of the year is just chef's kiss. I hate the Jets. I think they're the worst franchise in sport. Everything about them turns me the wrong way. And so when Aaron Rodgers was their starting quarterback and losing, it felt so good. Like the last couple of years have just been wonderful every weekend to know that whether your team won or lost, you could see the misery of the Jets. But to see Aaron Rodgers get a win against the Jets and feel that sort of
4 touchdowns.
It felt gross. Yeah. Everything about it felt gross. And so, Steelers, Jets.
My ugly will be that Karen in Philly who the ball was hit in her direction. She didn't get it.
Like
probably bounced off of her.
We have empathy for her emotional state.
Make a play. Make a play. Instead, a father comes over. The ball is on the ground. He picks it up. He takes it back to his son, whose birthday it was. Yeah. This woman goes over, touches his shoulder. He kind of jumped a little bit. And then she just tears a strip off of him.
Full Philly fan on
He
him.
takes the ball from his son and gives it back to her. And then she gets torched on social media. 2025, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Bravo to that dad, though, for doing everything right. Went and got a ball for his son on his birthday.
Yeah.
Crazy lady comes over, and rather than letting it accelerate anymore, he's just like, it's just a ball. Like, take your ball, you crazy person.
Philly's brought his son a big package.
Philly's handled it really well.
Yeah. Come on, she's nuts. We'll get to that a little bit later on. I have more to say on this.
I only saw the back of her head, but I assume she's ugly as well.
Actually, his hair is similar to yours, Fraser.
No comment.
Quick text. Oh, there we go. Changing 100 on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, smash the thumbs up for us. St. Albert Minor Football Association, the Purple Team won their halftime scrimmage at the game, and my daughter was in the tunnel for the Elks players. It was a great game. That's in from Red Truck Chris, who's texting in for the first time, probably listening on 95.7 Cruise FM. A conch for his daughter and her football team. All right, you're here for some Oilers talk. We're going to give you some Oilers talk. Off-season. What off-season?
What off-season?
That is coming up next. Right now, we've got a sports update for Expedia Cruises. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise vacation. We are going to Mexico February 22nd. If you want to come with us, limited spots left, but we're going to be taking like over 50 people down there. 780-970-4834. Call Chelsea.
NFL Sunday did not disappoint with plenty of drama across the board. In the Sunday night showdown, the Bills and Ravens went head-to-head in a shootout. Last year's top two MVP candidates squared off, and it was Buffalo who came out on top after storming back from 15 down with just over 4 minutes left. Veteran kicker Matt Prater sealed it with a 32-yard game winner as time expired. The Bills took it 41-40. Josh Allen threw for 394 yards, while Lamar Jackson finished with 209 through the air. Earlier in the day, the Jets and Steelers clashed in what was dubbed the QB swap game. Justin Fields led New York, while Aaron Rodgers suited up for Pittsburgh. It was a thriller to the end, with the Steelers edging out a 34-32 victory. Rodgers tossed for 244 yards, and Fields went for 218 in the loss. In Seattle, the 49ers edged the Seahawks 17-13. Brock Purdy picked apart the defense for 277 passing yards, while Sam Darnold, making his Seahawks debut, threw for 150. Seattle will be back on the field Sunday against the Steelers at 11 a.m. And then tonight, it's a divisional clash between the Vikings and Bears. Kickoff is set for 6:15. To baseball, the Blue Jays came up short against the Yankees, dropping this series. New York now trails Toronto by just 2 games in the AL East race. The Jays turn the page tomorrow as they open a 3-game set with the Astros. And in the CFL, the Elks grabbed the Labor Day rematch over Calgary to pull even with the Lions in the standings. Edmonton now sits 2 points back of Winnipeg, with a head-to-head matchup still to come later this season. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834. Second hour of the Neilson Show is back. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
It's such a special day. Bagpipes fired up and the nasty bash is underway. And we know that there's a special place where all the AM nasties can party for just a single day. We are just living the dream since leaving 1260. Beers at Fergie's place with that trash TV. The Elks did make us proud, and boy, it caused a scene. Cash J's play of the day, and everybody screamed, oh, we just have begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're just having fun. Tro's dancing with wheels, it's where we belong down at Fergie's Rugby Club. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. We'll be two-step dancing over on the hardwood. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. Fergie's Rugby Club. Fireball shots and Corey B's wife's on the floor. Atif's stuck in the bathroom and Tony changing beds outside the door. Big uke and a 6 o'clocker can. Dusty pours it on his head, now he's a made man. Nelson had a crazy dream, honey dill for him to eat. Christian from Winnipeg, you've been too good to he. Trev's grandma won't be proud, cause in his car he'd sleep. Tommy sees another girl, you know he's gonna scream. Oh, we just have begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're just having fun. Tro's dancing with wheels, it's where we belong down at Fergie's Rugby Club. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. We'll be two-step dancing over on the hardwood. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. Fergie's Rugby Club.
.706. It is the Neilson Show on TuneIn, on iHearts, on YouTube, and of course on 95.7. www.weast-johnson.com. Whoa. Saying we lost our audio, Benny.
I know, I figured it out.
Okay, we're good
it
then.
Just
all
randomly
right.
went out. We fixed it.
All right, so we're good. We're not code red anymore?
We are good. We are good.
All right, somebody let us know if you can hear this. Whoa. Okay, we're good to go. I panicked for a second. Don't make me get all sweaty. I don't like getting all sweaty. It's already hot under these lights. All right, let's get into off-season. What off-season?
What off-season?
Shall we?
You don't need a reason to keep people pleasing, treason, reason, keys and sneezing. It's off season, what off season? 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 It's off season, what off season?
All right.
Nelly's never sounded better.
Off-season. Kind of sound like Nelly a little bit, doesn't it? Off-season. What off-season? Brought to you by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta area for over 50 years. Okay, a couple of things to get to. Obviously, McDavid is yet to sign. We will we'll get into that, but we did crown a champion in the Whipping Boy bracket on Friday, and that ended up being Darnell Nurse, which I think was fitting. I mean, as far as Whipping Boys go over the last 3 or 4 years.
It's definitely current.
Yeah, basically, since he signed his contract, he has become the Whipping Boy.
Yeah.
So we had.
I'm amazed he still is.
Yeah.
He had
a pretty good year last year. Yeah. I thought he had a pretty good year last year as well. Playoffs, there was a few moments. I think people sort of hopped back on to that as well. He beat Peter Chiarelli in the final. Chiarelli emerged from the coaching / so the final four were Nurse, Stuart Skinner, Sean Horkoff, and Chiarelli.
Okay.
And it was Chiarelli and Nurse in the final, and Nurse ended up winning the entire thing. But you said it should have been Tom Pody.
Tom Pody with a bullet.
Tom Pody lost to Bush in the first matchup.
I can't believe that.
I thought Pody would take a deeper run in this as well. I mean, you lived the Pody stuff.
It though. Like,
how bad was it with Pody?
It was. Well, first of all,
he was allergic to everything. We learned that.
He showed up as the sickly kid, and it never got better. Right? Like, I think he kept adding like more and more inches to his hockey stick. By the time he left town, he was playing with a 9-foot-long hockey stick, completely avoiding any sort of hits. And I mean, Terry Jones. Not only did he like point him out in just about every Oilers loss, and there was a lot of losses, but he wrote a specific article just about how much he sucks.
Oh no.
Like, yeah, it was not good. Like, and that locker room, like, I don't know if they were more upset at how much Tom Pody got picked on or the fact that they had to defend Tom Pody.
Really? Yeah. God, you know when the room's like, we step in here, or what do you have to say? Yeah, so I thought Pody would go on a bit more of a run, but there was definitely some recency bias. Yeah. In this, Tom Pody existed in a so what do you think? What do you think the memes and tweets would have been like if Tom Pody was playing today?
Yeah.
Torched, right? Like just
he was not a hockey player's hockey player is the problem. He played a different way. And in the right system, he would be successful, but it's a very specific system that he would have to find.
Oh, well, maybe. Yeah. I think Nurse would probably be happy that he won. Because Nurse has said multiple times, like, I get blamed for everything.
Yeah.
Like, now it's been proven that he is the biggest whipping boy in franchise history, according to the vote that we had over the last month or so.
Yeah, at least he's being handsomely paid for being a whipping boy. Yeah,
you're getting over $9 million to be a whipping boy.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay.
I would take some abuse for that kind of
you could go get yourself a golden whip and hang it in your house as a sign of pride.
Yeah.
And that could be something that you look at.
And not only that, but he is clearly loved by his teammates and valued, right? Like when you're Tom Pody and you're showing up to work and guys are giving you the side eye, like that's a little tougher place to be than it feels like the guys rally around.
Everybody on the team loves Nurse. Yeah. Big part of that core. All right, you can text us anytime. Parachuter's inbox. One of them win the Royal Pizza text of the day. It is the Neilson Show. We are brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Whoa. And we're gonna come back around to the Elks. It was a massive win on Saturday. We're going to dive into that for the Italian Center. That's good. That's going to happen around. But let's continue with the offseason. What offseason here?
What offseason?
No deal yet for Connor McDavid.
Right.
Are you surprised by this? Do you think Oilers fans should be worried by this phrase? Does it come this week? What's going on here?
Best guess, and that's all this is.
Yes, of course.
Best guess is it's going to suck all year because this man and his agent are just waiting for the next cap.
So you think he rides it out?
Yeah, it's not that he wants to leave town, but he's going to sign a max contract.
Yeah.
And he wants that max to be as max as it can be. And until the next cap comes out, he can't sign that maximum, right? So, no, I don't. I think it's going to suck.
So you think he's going to play the whole year and then?
Well, so does the next cap come out? Like when do they release?
They've kind of
feel
laid
like, isn't
out
that
where it's going.
Yeah. Isn't that like before playoffs or something like that where
when they say like next year's cap will be this?
Like that's my guess. Like I said, that's my best guess on why it hasn't happened yet is because his agent and his former agent, who is now the president of the hockey operation, just have an agreement like that. They're just kind of like, yeah, we're good. Like, but until we can put an actual pen to paper on that number that we think it's going to be, but until the league says this is the number, we're not signing.
Yeah, because it's been weird. He spoke last week. I thought for sure that this would be done, whether it was a max length or just 3 or 4 year extension. I thought it would be done before he had to go in front of an Edmonton scrum. Yep. You know, like get it done. Don't have to talk about it. So the fact that it hasn't got done yet, and you know he's had a couple availabilities over the last few weeks, and he just said, it's a major decision. We're thinking about it. We're trying to find something that works for me and my family and to keep the team competitive as well. So he's saying all these things. I think a lot of us sort of just view it as, well, there's really not a negotiation here. Connor McDavid tells the Oilers what it's going to take for him to stick around, and he sort of sticks around. So to me, like, he's waiting for something. Or like there's something.
I'm not panicked. This is a town that saw Gretzky leave, so I understand why there's scar
But that's
tissue.
what people said last week. They're like, this is just still people who saw Wayne leave and be like, no.
This is scar tissue. So the emotional reaction is legitimate, but the organizations that we're talking about are not comparable, right? Like when Wayne Gretzky left town, it's because the owner was bankrupt and got paid straight cash for him, right? Like that, and that's not this situation. This situation is the exact reverse. Whereas if you're Connor McDavid and you're looking around the rest of the league, what organization is going to give you your former agent and final say on every decision?
He's got all the power in the world,
right? Like no one wants to really talk about it, but this is Connor McDavid's hockey team, from general manager to president to head coach to line mates to everything. He has his fingerprints all over it. And if he were to leave, that's not the case anymore. He doesn't get to go and call the shots anywhere else. So I'm not panicked.
I don't think there's possibly a better spot for this guy.
I'm probably an idiot for saying this, and all of a sudden he's going to get traded at the deadline, and we're all going to feel like we were suckered. But at this point, I just think it's a case of they want to sign the right deal, and until that new cap number comes out, they won't know what that is.
Benny, you're an Oilers fan. Are you and your buddies a bit nervous about this?
My buddies are.
Yeah.
But like, what are we doing here? I have this debate with them all the time. Like, guys, he's signing. Stop. Like it's like he's like every day that passes by, I get more worried. I'm like, stop. Like I personally, like, it is. We know the deal. Oilers are giving a blank check across the table to Connor. Put whatever you want down on it. Yeah, like it is.
It's not about money.
It's not about money.
Yeah.
It's about you wanting to be here. Wherever you think is best for the team, you put that on the check, and we're signing it, right?
Yeah. That's how you view it going down, yeah.
100%. And I mean, there's no way the Oilers aren't doing that. So this is completely up to Connor. And like the reasons we've listed off a million times, his wife has a local, starting local business here. His best friends here. His best win to win a Stanley Cup is here. Like this is
his agent runs the organization.
His agent runs the organization. Like everything is here in Edmonton. He's staying. So I have no time for the thought of like, oh, he's gone, or people being worried. Guys, He's fine.
It'd be interesting
here.
because, Fraser, if this does drag through, how much of a distraction will it be? Like when he goes on the road, if he has availability, those people are going to be asking, so no deal yet. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm very curious to see if it does extend into the season, can they possibly, because he said it last week. He said, we've had coaching changes that as a group we've got through. We've had general manager changes. We've had streaks where we couldn't win a game. But I said last week, I said, but none of that is you. Like, Connor McDavid going to unrestricted free agency would be the biggest story in the National Hockey League in the last decade.
Like, for the sake of our friends in Calgary, I hope it drags on because it's the only thing they have right now. Like, if you go on message boards, the only dream they're
obsessed with it, aren't they?
Is that McDavid leaves. Because as soon as McDavid signs that extension, like they already kind of went through it last year when Draisaitl signed his, and you could see that they were just like, well, what are we supposed to do for the next 8 years? Because this team's just going to cave our head in for 8 years straight. And I get, I know that sensation. I remember watching the Sedin twins in Vancouver and just being like, what are you supposed to do when that team's in your division? Like, they're just going to come into town every year and beat you up. Or when Solani was in Anaheim, like you're just exhausted by the prospect of having to face that team 5, 6, back in those days, sometimes 7 times
lots of times
year,
back
right?
then,
So I that's probably the only positive that comes out of it. The other question that needs to be answered when people are like, what if he doesn't, is, well, where does he go?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't think he's going to be here, where's he going to go?
Where's the playoff team that has all that cap space to get him?
Right.
Like,
yeah. Like you can create scenarios
100%.
where if the relationship goes sour, you could find places for him and what have you. But like this wish casting by Toronto media and their fans that he's going to go there, like the Mitch Marner thing has thrown acid on that argument.
Yeah, Connor McDavid will never be a Toronto.
No, exactly. No local kid is going to go through that.
No way.
Like to me, the stories that have come out of Toronto, that team's done. Like they'll still be competitive. They've got good players, but you tell me a talented hockey player that wants to deal with that bullcrap. Nobody does. Not when you've got a Florida
you go
just flying
under the
down
radar,
the highway where you're just kind of like, I'll go play for Tampa or Florida or Nashville.
Vegas.
Yeah, right? It seems like a lot better lifestyle than dealing with, it takes a very specific kind of athlete, and I think Connor McDavid could excel in Toronto, but I don't know who's going to choose that.
All right, let's get to a couple of your text messages here, and then we do have that new Oilers tune that was sent in from a listener. Like I said, I think it doesn't suck, so we're going to play that in this segment as well. We got your Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day coming up. John text in. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, you can text us in our Paris Jewelers inbox at 780-218-9999. When he says that about keeping the team competitive, does that mean he might be considering a hometown discount? I know I'm hopeful that is the case. He must feel a great deal of pressure from the NHLPA to take the maximum allowable. But if he truly wants a team to be competitive, why not just take the same as Draisaitl?
Well, I think that's what I mean by he's waiting for that next cap number. He wants to know so if I sign this, what does that mean for everything else?
The rookie texts in and says, if Connor doesn't sign, is there any real reason for Jeff Jackson to be in that position? Which, I mean, imagine if Jeff Jackson takes over and you're like, oh, he's here to get McDavid done long term. And then McDavid's like, see you later. You're like, wait a second. What's this about?
But that feeling might be mutual as well. Right? Like Jeff Jackson might be like, I don't need to stick around. Connor McDavid says he's going to test free agency. You never see Jeff Jackson ever again. Exactly.
Ever again. All right. 780-218-9999. We'll get to a few more of your text messages as we work our way through the show today. So Hawk sent this in. He says he pops up in the nasty chat sometimes. I've seen him text in before, and he's obviously a bit of a musician. We do have an SD for Song of the Year. This one would be eligible for next year's Esties, not next week's Esties. Next week's Esties have already been balloted and sent off to Nasty Club members to vote. If you would like to join us at the Esties, goes down next Tuesday, Gardner Theater, Metro Cinema. Tickets are just $10. You just email Esties at edmontonsportstalk.com. It's a black tie event. We're
Keeping
like,
it formal.
oh yeah, it's very.
Yeah.
People are well dressed at the Estes.
yeah.
It's a
No word on if you needed a shirt, but
It's a high class
a
event.
black tie is required.
after party. Will be at Hudson's on White, and it was a heck of an after party last year. Anyway, this guy sent in this song. He's calling it Oilers anthem, and you know it's. I like it. I like it. Let's have a listen to this. This will get you fired up for the season.
It's almost time, the ice is calling, the crowd's alive, the pucks are falling, new faces skating on the line. Howard Savoy, will they bring fire, fuel our dreams, take us higher? Oh, Oilers, let's go all the way, defense strong, goes today. Oilers, we believe in you. New season's here. Show us what you can do. So many names, but can they play our kind of game? Light up the day. The city's heart beats on the ice. We need a goalie, we need a wall. Dreams are big, but pucks are small. Oh, Oilers, let's go all the way. Defense strong, goes today. Oh, Oilers, we believe in you. New season's here. Show us what you can do. Oilers, let's go all the way. Defense strong, goes today.
How good? Like, how good is that? Eh? Like that is. I love it when he usually like. Sorry, Atif, but usually like some guys will send us some songs. I'm like, we can't play this on the air.
It's nice of you to apologize.
Yeah, we can't play this on the air.
Because I wouldn't.
But that came in and I was like, oh, fine, I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
And I clicked play and I was like, oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
This is really good. Like that's
Justin Rankin and the Rankin family are sounding tight.
what was somebody in the chat earlier? We were talking about using a Rankin family song for Justin Rankin TD, and God, Rip City Step had it earlier. What's that one famous song of theirs? It was what's the line, the lyric? I can't remember. Sorry, everybody. I'm totally letting you down. Anyway, I saw Hawk pop up in the chat over there.
Well
so
done.
give Hawk his props. That was pretty good, man. I love it. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, good stuff, Hawk. That could definitely be in the mix for an Esty in 2026 for sure. And we're probably going to play that quite a bit. That'll be your sound of the day a little bit later on for sure.
Yeah, the only change I would make, and this is just me being a jerk,
Of course it is
I'd go from Oilers to whoa Oilers.
Whoa, Oilers.
As we found with
Yeah.
Luis Johnson.
I was just going to
jingle.
say, yeah.
Whoa.
From now on, if you're going to write a sick song, could you mix this in?
Johnson.
Whoa, Oilers. Like that would work. Weiss Johnson, presenting sponsor of the Neilson Show. All right, that'll do it for off season. What off season was that?
What off season?
That was a good segment. All right, let's dive into your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. Had the boys put this together last night. You'll be able to find it over on our EST specials page at Play Alberta. If you've not yet used our code this month, EST Sports, deposit $50 and get a $50 free bet. I put this together for tonight. A little bit of Vikings mixed in, a little bit of Bears mixed in. It's plus 210. It is a Justin Jefferson anytime touchdown. If JJ McCarthy's going to throw a touchdown, he'd probably be targeting Justin Jefferson a little bit tonight. So I like that. And then I also like Chicago Bears running back DeAndre Swift over 12.5 receiving yards. So that's 13 plus receiving yards for Swift and an anytime touchdown for Jefferson. I looked at Swift's game log from last year, and in any game in which he was targeted at least twice or had at least 2 catches, he covered this number. I mean, they're going to check it down to Swift a few times, aren't they? I would think. His receiving number is 2.5 catches, so I'd probably take the over on the 2.5 as well. But I like DeAndre Swift, 13+ receiving yards. Justin Jefferson, anytime touchdown tonight, plus 210.
I want to hear from the degenerate gambler who had his Sunday saved by that Sunday nighter.
Well, there'll be a few of them.
Right? Like the guy,
One guy
that was chasing the loss.
Yeah.
Like he's a Dolphins fan and he just got caved in early.
Got to go get it back.
And then like...
This is why we say
in it, he takes that prop bet on the comeback.
This is why we say use your game sense when you're playing at Play Alberta. Also, Game Sense hops on board starting next week as the 7 o'clock hour sponsor. That's just a weird twist, but that's
there
what's
was
going to happen.
Degenerate that is all back in after that.
I don't even view those
Sunday
guys
nighter.
as degenerates. You're just trying to
savvy bettors.
You're just trying to come out on top. You're just trying to save the day. We had somebody text in the 6 o'clock hour and said, "Boy, that I needed that game last night to complete my 5-legger, my 5-leg parlay." So it was that was a good time. That was just an entertaining football game. That was a lot of fun. We also had an entertaining football game here in Edmonton on Saturday in front of almost 29,000 people. Absolutely incredible time. We're going to get back into that coming up next year with That's Good. Then Mike Tanier from the Too Deep Zone is going to pop by around 7:45. We'll recap last night's game, set up tonight's game, take a look at a few of those other stories that are kicking around out there as well. But yeah, shout out Hawk for putting together a nice little Oilers tune that we'll probably be playing quite a bit here through the preseason and into the year. It's a good one. All right, we got a sports update coming up for Mitch at Park Mazda. It's brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who's already burned Hawk's song onto a compact disc. Visit them. He was recording the show and he put it on a CD now, so you can listen to it in his truck.
He's the one guy who still has a CD burner on his computer.
Yeah. Visit them at 938 First Street in Sherwood Park.
NFL Sunday brought plenty of fireworks across the league. The Sunday night matchup saw the Bills and Ravens put on a show as last year's MVP frontrunners battled it out. Buffalo erased a 15-point deficit in the final minutes, capped off by 41-year-old Matt Prater drilling a 32-yard field goal at the buzzer. The Bills won it 41-40. Josh Allen threw for 394 yards, while Lamar Jackson finished with 209. Earlier, the Jets and Steelers squared off in what dubbed the QB swap game. Justin Fields took charge for New York while Aaron Rodgers led Pittsburgh. It was tight until the end, but the Steelers held on for a 34-32 win. Rodgers tossed for 244 yards, while Fields went for 218 in the loss. Over in Seattle, the 49ers got past the Seahawks 17-13. Brock Purdy picked apart the defense for 277 passing yards, while Sam Darnold threw for 150 in his Seahawks debut. Seattle now turns its attention to Sunday's tilt with the Steelers at 11 a.m. Tonight, a division rivalry takes center stage as the Vikings and Bears meet at 6:15. On the diamond, the Blue Jays dropped their series finale to the Yankees. That result tightens the AL East race, with New York now just 2 games back of Toronto. The Jays began a 3-game set with the Astros tomorrow. And on to the CFL, the Elks took down the Calgary Stampeders in the Labor Day rematch to draw even with the Lions in the standings. Edmonton sits just 2 points behind Winnipeg, with the head-to-head still on the schedule. This sports update is brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he thinks McDavid's heading to Dallas. Park Mazda, your dealer for life. Other side of the break, we got Mike Tainer. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a figure skater. He wears like a white outfit and he does interpretive ice dances to my life's journey.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
It's almost time, the ice is calling, the crowd's alive, the pucks are falling, new faces skating on the line. Howard Savoy, will they bring fire, fuel our dreams, take us higher? Oh, Oilers, let's go all the way, defense strong goes today. Oilers, we believe in you. New season's here. Show us what you can do. So many names, but can they play our kind of game? Light up the day. The city's heart beats on the ice. We need a goalie, we need a wall. Dreams are big, but pucks are small. Oilers, let's go all the way. Defense strong goes today. Oilers, we believe in you. New season's here. Show us what you can do.
7:35, you're rolling with the Nasty this morning. Thank you very much for being here on 95.7 Cruise FM. If you're watching on YouTube or tune in on iHeart, I know some people saying they've had a little bit of an issue with the iHeart stream lately, kicking in and out. I know some people who've had that issue in the past, and they just re-download the iHeart app, and it usually works pretty smoothly, so you can try that. But I've also sent an email to Wanick to say, fix this right now. So we'll see if you can put that together.
Tech support, still the same thing.
Still a Wanick.
Turn it off.
Hey, turn it on
and
I
back
know.
on again.
Yeah, and if you have it on your phone, just blow into it.
Yeah.
And it'll fix it like we used to do back in the day. The Neilson Show is brought to you by Weiss Johnson, Edmonton's train home comfort specialists for nearly 50 years. For all of your furnace, air conditioning, heat pump needs, visit www.weissjohnson.com. Whoa. That's a real life train whistle if you're listening on the radio. Yes, we have become Slide Whistle Show. Hey, if you're going to be on FM, you got to do something like that. So here we are. And we're pretty excited about it. You can text us anytime. The Paris Jewelers inbox. One of your text messages will win the Royal Pizza text today. Check them out, www.royalpizza.ca, or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. Still making it great for over 55 years. All right, we're going to dive into That's a Good for the Italian Center, where I think we saved a couple of the passes that we got from them last week, and we put them in the freezer, and we're probably going to heat those up as we work our way through the week because they're delicious.
That sounds good.
It's a classic Massimo heat and serve, made fresh daily, ready for you to take home, and then you heat and you serve it. That's why they're called the heat and serve meals. I like the idea of somebody picking up and getting home and going, what am I supposed to do with this?
What am I supposed to do?
What do I do? You heat and you serve it. Eric heated up the one that we had on Friday live on the show in 6 minutes.
Come on.
Yeah.
What?
And we have a super duper microwave.
Wow.
Actually, we have the cheapest microwave you can possibly buy. I'm almost certain it'll start a fire at the office one day.
Well, especially with Eric operating it.
Yeah. Anyway, the Italian Center. That's good. Okay, look, here's where we have to go. We already kind of hit on it a little bit. But the atmosphere, I guess my question I want to ask from That's Good is, do we have the potential to become a football city? I haven't seen it in 5 years calling games there.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen okay crowds, but that one was like a throwback. It was, I know, it was like going back in time to when this city really cared about the football team.
Right.
And then for them, so it was already a great crowd. But then for the team to deliver in impressive fashion against a provincial rival who also was battling for, they were the Stampeders going into that game were the Grey Cup favorites because they were 5-0 against the Riders and the Bombers so far this year. That loss to Edmonton was their first one against the West all year.
Yeah, creates doubt.
And I have to think that people were at that game on Saturday are ready to come back in 3 weeks to see them take on the Riders. I don't know. I feel like if this team could start to string together some wins, we might be a 27, 28, 29, 30,000 football city.
Right. I don't know if it will ever be a football town. I don't know if it's ever been a football town.
It's really just an Oilers town. There's really nothing else.
Well, it's a sports town. You give this town something to cheer for, something to care about.
Riverhawks would have me
right?
in on
like
that.
They will show up. We've seen it with men's soccer. We've seen it with women's soccer. We've seen it when there is something to invest in. This city will invest in it. They've had no reason to invest in that football club for a long time. It feels like you should invest in this one, right? Because this one feels like they're investing in this community.
Yeah, I really want to know how many of you hadn't been to a game in a few years, went to that game on Saturday, and now are going to buy tickets to come back in 3 weeks against the Riders, a very good Riders team.
Right.
Edmonton goes on the road here. They get the Argos. Then they get the Ticats. We'll have their first overall pick from last year's draft, Joel Dublanko. He's going to join us on the show at 8:30 today to kind of dive into the vibe around this team right now. But I think if you were at that, I don't know how you could have been at that game and at the end of it gone, oh, that wasn't a good time. You know, like it was.
Well, the win helps, right? Like once again, having something to cheer for helps. And especially this second half of the CFL season, this team's coming. This team's coming for every team on the schedule. They've already shown that. They're 5-2 in their last 7?
They're 4-1 in their last 5. Yeah, 4-1 in their last 5.
Yeah.
So if they can go out and beat one of or both Toronto and Hamilton, they haven't lost to the East yet this year.
Yep.
So let's say they split those, then they would be 6. No, they'd be 5-2 in their last 7 at that point, going into a possible game against the Riders. They are now tied with the BC Lions in points, and they're just 2 points back of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
That's right.
And they're ahead of both Ottawa and Toronto in the old crossover race.
Yeah.
So they've kind of put themselves back into the conversation here after one win in the first 6 weeks of the season. Andrea from Calgary says, our Airbnb was unexpectedly 5 blocks from an Italian center shop. We ate breakfast there Saturday morning, then bought sandwiches to have for lunch and spaghetti and meatballs for dinner after the game. That was good. The full day at the Italian Center. You love to see that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. Senor Padre says it's going just for the tailgate.
Yeah.
The tailgate is phenomenal there right now.
Yeah, they are building something.
The tailgate is the best in the league.
Yeah.
I believe that. Calgary has a pretty good tailgate. Winnipeg's tailgate is a little bit separated from the stadium. Like it's a little bit, but Winnipeg does a pretty good tailgate as well, and they've had a steady stream of sellouts. But for a team that has really given you nothing to cheer for over the last 3-4 years, for their tailgate to be as good as it is now, like if they start to string together some wins and become relevant, that tailgate's going to be a hell of a time. It already is a hell of a time. But it's good. Rusty Shackelford says, I have not been to an Elks game in 4 years. I went to the Elks game on Saturday night with my 9-year-old daughter. Bought the tickets with winnings from an Elks bet earlier in the season. The highlight of the game was seeing you at halftime for my daughter. #EST for life. I would like to dish out some apologies at halftime because we had some listeners from the golf tournament in the Play Alberta suite. Okay. And I said, Reed and I will pop down and see you.
Okay.
But halftime was 16 minutes. I was at the press box. Right. We had to go over, then down, then out, and then back. I must have passed 15 people that I knew on the walk there and back. Yeah. But I was in such a hurry to get there. I was like, oh, hey, how are you? Sorry, I got to go. Hey, sorry, I got to go. So if I saw you during that walk, I do apologize. I would have come across as a bit of a jerk, but I had to hurry down to that suite, say hi to some people, and then rush back.
Well,
so
your color guy is very needy.
Yeah.
So that's the issue.
I had to get back in time to shine Suits' shoes before the second half. But it was good. I saw a ton of people. I wish I would have had more time. I bumped in the guys from Mr. Mike's, and I was just like, nice. Sorry, guys. I hadn't seen them in a while. And but it was hurry. And then I got back to the booth, and I was trying not to be sweaty. But I was moving pretty quick, and it was hot out, and I was in a suit, and I was like, damn it, I'm a little too sweaty.
It's the name of your biography someday.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. Trying not to be sweaty.
Trying not to be sweaty. I don't mind that, actually. What are you reading tonight? Oh, try not to be sweaty. It's the Neilson story.
Yeah, the story of Dustin Nielson.
Yeah. Zulu is in it. Says, guys, I haven't been to a Double E game in over 10 years. I'm going to fly into Edmonton for the Riders game on the 27th.
Yeah.
There we go. I mean, that should be another good crowd. Hopefully the weather's good then. And
Actually,
should be okay.
That is something I would say. If you are a Riders fan, if you're right now trying to figure out your time between harvest and when you can get away, that Edmonton Riders
is that a little window there?
Like that's the one that you want to like pack the bus up and show up for.
That's that one.
That's the away game you want to go to.
Riders at 10-2 now comfortably top spot in the league. That is that's good.
That's good
for the Italian Center. If you're watching over on YouTube, we're 36 likes away from changing 200 likes over there. So let's do that. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, the Neilson Show is brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Whoa. All right, let's get to our GS Construction headliner.
Okay.
GS Construction is hiring now. Become a part of their great team today by visiting gsconstruction.ca or their page on Indeed.ca. For the past 50 years, the foundation of GS Construction has been built on efficiency, quality, and safety. If you want to try a new career, you want to take your career to the next level, join the team at GS Construction today. All right, let's bring in this guy. He probably was up till about 5 a.m. writing, and now he joins us, Mike Tanier. Mike, how much sleep you get last night?
I've got Adam Gase eyes. I'm like looking all over at invisible burritos right now.
Eyes.
That Ravens-Bills game got me drunk, got me high, got me knocked unconscious on the side of the road. I don't know who I am right now. Help me out, please.
I like the idea of waking up having passed out due to the finish of that game and being like, whoa, what happened? We go overtime? What's going on? Yeah, that was quite something. We were saying like the Ravens. And I certainly don't want to take anything away from the Bills. But the Ravens at one point had a 99.1% win probability. This is the 8th time since 2021 that they have blown a game in which they had over a 90% win probability at some point. So full marks to Josh Allen and the Bills, but why couldn't the Ravens close that thing out?
There's a couple of things here. First of all, one reason why the Ravens have so many losses like that is because they're so often 99% of the way to a victory. Like they're so often beating the crap out of their opponents that once in a while it kicks in and they fail. Now, why does that happen? Each time it's different. I don't know. Last night it was ridiculous. I think it was 7:42 to play. They get stopped on offense. They punt. It looks like the punt gets down to the 1.5 yard line where it's like, well, this is it. There's no way that even Josh Allen is going to get down a 99-yard drive, score, and then get the ball back and score again. They ruled that it was a touchback. The guy had his pinky in the end zone, whatever. And I looked at that and said, this is going to be one of those days. And it was remarkable. Part of it is Josh Allen magic, his ability to do so many different things. Part of it is like, you never know for the Ravens who's going to be the screw up. Like in the playoffs, Mark Andrews was the screw up. Mark Andrews? It's like, okay, well, we're not going to rely on him anymore. We'll rely on Derrick Henry. What are the chances of him fumbling? Oh, well, guess what he just did on his second carry when it looked like they were on ice the clock. It's unpredictable. It's unprecedented, and yet it keeps happening to the Ravens.
Yeah, they can't seem to fix it. Like Bill Belichick famously on Manningcast early last year said, the only team that can beat the Baltimore Ravens is the Baltimore Ravens.
The Ravens.
And they did it again. Like, how does this keep can you solve that, or is this just their personality?
That's the thing where in the past you'd look like a weird play call. Like it would be 4th and inches and they would do this play with like 5 different steps to it instead of just running a sneak or something like that. And you say that's the problem. But I'd like to meet the person who, after that fumble, said, well, I don't know why you give the ball to Derrick Henry there.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer. He ran for like 175 yards in the game he's playing. That was the wrong call there on 1st and 10 when you're trying to run out the clock. There's no fixing that. There's just dusting yourself off and saying, well, that was the Bills. They're one of the best teams in football. We played well enough to beat every other team in football going away on Sunday. Let's just get back to what we're doing. That's the only recourse the Ravens really have.
Well, I think on the final possession that they had, they didn't go to Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Right? I was just like, I'd probably just give it back to Derrick Henry 3 times and try to pick up a first down here. Like,
they run this goofy end around to Zay Flowers, who goes outside like, nope, not going to do it, and he slides. Of course, he has to slide to stay in bounds, but maybe you knife up the field and see if you can break a tackle. And then there's that weird thing where Lamar Jackson and DeAndre Hopkins whisper a play to each other, and that play was, don't run for a first down yardage. Run like 1 yard short of the sticks, and I'll throw it to you. And I guess maybe the idea was he was supposed to knife for yardage, but he's Nuke Hopkins. He catches one-arm touchdowns on the sidelines. He doesn't like wiggle upfield for yardage anymore. So that was just another weird sequence in another just strange game.
Mike Tanier from Too Deep Zone with us on the show this morning. As far as divisional games go yesterday, I'll rip off this Band-Aid as a Detroit Lions fan. Last year, the Lions 6-0 in the division. The Packers were 1-5. I know it's week 1, but that was a very big win for the Packers, wasn't it?
Huge win for the Packers where they demonstrate not only does Micah Parsons really add value to their defense, but their offense has grown up to some degree where they're spreading the ball out to a lot of different receivers who aren't dropping the ball this year. And Jordan Love is trying less heroics and just playing within himself and being more of a game manager. Really, for the Lions, like all the fears you have after a week 1 loss, those fears seem legitimate. That offensive line doesn't look the same. Defense doesn't look the same. Playmakers aren't enough when they aren't just beating opponents at the line of scrimmage. And they have some real soul searching to do this week as they try to rebound from what just happened.
Okay, what about so the Commanders comfortably beat the Giants. We know the Giants used a first-round pick on Jackson Dart. I know after the game they did say, oh, we believe in Russell Wilson, but Dart looked good in the preseason. When does that actually become a story? I know it's week 1. It's probably not.
It's happening.
Yeah, already? This is it?
It's becoming. Yeah, it's legit because they said or reports came out there's a package for Jackson Dart where they're going to run some wildcat with him. They never use it. Dable refuses to let Dart speak to the media after the game. Now, granted, backup quarterbacks don't usually speak after games, but like the idea that he was embargoed is weird. That's Daboll being weird. Daboll and Malik Neighbors were getting into it on the sideline, and they're both downplaying it afterwards, but Malik Neighbors has some questions like, A, why is Russell Wilson out there? B, why wasn't I in the game in some of these goal line packages? And so this is going to, if I don't see Dart in the lineup week 2, I'm definitely going to see him in week 3 because this is going to metastasize and turn into the biggest story in New York if they don't make a change soon.
How disturbed and upset are the Patriots organization finding out that they've been banned by UNC?
Oh, no.
We really wanted to go to that UNC game.
We don't get to scout the guys that just barely beat UNC Charlotte. Heaven forbid. But it's terrible form. It sends a terrible message because if I'm a recruiter for Duke or NC State or Clemson or whoever down there, I just go into these kids' rooms and say, first of all, Bill Belichick isn't coming here to talk to you. He's sending like Lombardi and his cronies to talk to you. Secondly, he's got this whole weirdo situation with the girlfriend. It doesn't look like his head's in the right place. Thirdly, he's playing grudge games with the NFL. And fourth, the guy's going to bolt. The moment Dable gets fired, he's going to bolt. The moment they fire Mike McDaniel, which might be in 3 weeks in Miami, his phone's going to ring. He's gone. He's out of here. He doesn't want to be here. And you'll be stuck with his kid. You'll be stuck with Steve Belichick and his dumb mullet as your head coach. It's very easy to use this as a recruiting tool against North Carolina. Hey, this is the bed they made. They're going to sleep in it. And Belichick's going to be in the NFL again, probably in January.
Aaron Rodgers throwing 4 touchdown passes to beat his former team is probably the anti-feel-good story of the year, right?
It is, and when you really look at the game, the more you look at it, the more it kind of evaporates. Like, look at me out here dominating this game. No, he wasn't out there dominating the game. He threw a few nice passes. He was bailing on plays as he was hitting the deck as soon as he could when the pass rush approached. The Steelers needed a 60-yard field goal to win the game in the end. And that came after, they needed a fumble recovery on a kickoff return to set up one of those touchdowns. So give Rodgers credit. He's not totally toast. He looks like maybe last year Roethlisberger or last year Brady, and those quarterbacks had some success. But, you can get a real false read from that. The Jets played very well. The Steelers did not play very well. And there was a lot of, let's say, smoke and mirrors that helped the Steelers come away with that win.
I was telling Fraser, I was listening to a fantasy football podcast on the way in today, and they were talking about, pretty positive signs from Justin Fields for the Jets. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and it's from a fantasy standpoint, certainly, where he's very comfortable. They're giving him running opportunities. He's running for touchdowns. Their interior line's playing well, so they can hand off and they can have success in the short game. That's great. In terms of the Jets' future as a team, but beyond fantasy, I don't know. They get the Bills next week. The schedule makers did them no favors.
That's trouble.
And you might have a situation where Fields has one passing touchdown, one rushing touchdown. It's this fantasy production, and the final score to a lot of these games winds up being 27-14 other team.
NFC North still looks like the division of all divisions in the NFL. I'm a Bears fan. Week 1 schedule, I go, oh crap, it's Minnesota. Is there any chance that there's somebody in Minnesota going, oh crap, it's the Bears?
I don't know. They might be saying, oh crap, it's Ben Johnson.
Okay.
Oh crap, it's this offense. So yeah, I think both teams are going to be looking at this game saying, did we get the right quarterback? McCarthy is good in that he doesn't get people fired, and we keep getting these exposés. Ty Dunn wrote an expose, and he said Caleb Williams is even more of like a weirdo Zoomer, can't tie his shoelaces without his boss explaining how to do it guy than you thought. Hey, that's great. McCarthy was hurt all year. So at least Williams went out there and had a rookie season. We're going to find out a lot about both these teams, their coaches, their coordinators, and their quarterbacks tonight on Monday Night Football.
Mike Tanier with us on the show today. There's one more game that I want to hit on from yesterday. Our young producer here, Benny, is a Dolphins fan, but he's on the verge of bailing because he hasn't really been a Dolphins fan for that long. So he's probably going to pick another team. But shouldn't all Dolphins fans kind of bail on this team after what happened yesterday?
They should have bailed in July. I think we were on, or maybe I was on a different show when we talked about after Mike McDaniel say, hey, today's another good day because we're one step closer to death. When your head coach, literally, look this up, he said this, we're one day closer to death. When your head coach is saying this during training camp, bail. Tyreek Hill has already bailed in his mind.
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa is in the process of getting probably benched in a couple weeks. He's bailing. And you're a new fan. Why did you pick the Dolphins as a new
Benny,
fan?
I mean, here, let's...
it was my buddy's team, and I started watching football with him, and I had to I wanted to cheer with him, and so I went with the Dolphins, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not staying.
Mike,
There's no way.
pick any other team, right?
You're running with the wrong crowd.
Yeah. Is it wrong for me to go in division with the Bills? Is it wrong for me to go in division?
Probably because then you're just picking a fight with this friend.
Yes,
Unless you want to end the friendship, which might be advisable if he's a Dolphins fan. Pick an
NFC
team. Pick the Eagles.
Commanders. Yeah. Jaden Daniels.
Commanders. Because then you get to root for Jaden Daniels or the Eagles, because then you get to be this bad boy, running around like, no, this guy, what's he going to do?
That is true.
I like the Bengals quite a bit from watching them. Like I'm a big Joe Burrow guy,
but it's okay to bail now, right? Get out.
I'm in my third year of being a fan of the Dolphins. Like I'm fine with.
Yeah.
I think I'm early enough in my fandom to leave.
I'll say this, buddy. You're not going to miss out on anything.
No, and that's why I want to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like bailing before you get the engagement ring. 2 years, that's the time. It's not that serious yet. Don't invest the rest of your life if you're not sure, and you shouldn't be sure.
Yeah.
Mike, as always, man, great stuff. Where can people find your work?
You can find me at the Too Deep Zone at Mike Tanier at substack.com. And you can find my Monday preview all ready to roll right there.
There you go.
Must read.
Nobody covers the National Football League like Mike. Mike, we appreciate it, man. We'll chat next week.
You got it. Take care and enjoy your week.
Boom. We will enjoy our week. Mike Tanier. Does that guy know what's up?
Yeah.
It was nice.
Must read stuff on.
It was nice for us that we didn't have to be the ones who pointed out that Ben's friends are idiots.
Yeah.
It was nice of Mike.
It's nice
to be that guy.
Yeah. You don't have bad taste in football teams. You have bad taste in friends.
It's funny. My buddy's dad is a huge fan of the show, so I'm gonna hear about this. This is awesome.
There
This
you
is
go.
Great. Yeah.
But your buddy's not. Sounds like an idiot.
No, but yeah, man, I was.
Are you best friends with a 50-year-old? How is anyone your age?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
get it,
I don't
man.
even think his dad's a Dolphins fan either. I think he just chose the Fins, and I think that was it. Like
This text just came in from Bernie from St. Albert. Might as well be titled "Another Idiot."
Yeah.
Says, I just became a Dolphins fan after over 20 years of being a Bears fan. LOL. He goes, my 9-year-old son decided to like the Dolphins, so I jumped on the bandwagon with him. Also, I saw you at the Elks game, Dusty. Love the suit sneaker combo. I was actually wearing these shoes right here.
Not to dad lecture you, but you've got it wrong. It's your job as that father.
Yeah.
To steer your kid right.
Okay.
You don't let the
He's
9-year-old.
He'll believe anything you say.
Like, is he driving to and from school, or are you? Like, who's in
well,
charge?
that also failed for me too. My dad's a Packers fan, and he's been trying to get me to be a Packers guy for all my life.
See, then just do that.
It makes sense to be a Packers
Cheer
fan.
with your dad.
That's a team I'm also willing to go to, but I
It's
also
the
feel
city's
wrong.
colors,
I
right?
know,
Like-
but I also kind of feel wrong because it
Yeah.
feels like I'm bandwagon. Like they just got Micah Parsons. They're
Yeah.
looking like a favorite to win it. Like
You know why it feels like a bandwagon? Because the Packers are always competitive.
yeah.
Anytime you choose to be a Packers fan, you're going to feel like a bandwagon fan.
Yeah. Well,
Since the movie Ace Ventura,
Yeah,
there's been no reason to become a Dolphins.
That's right.
None. Like, there's just none. All right.
laces out.
What a nut, huh? All right, we need somebody to play Kind of Easy Trivia. Fraser has the Kind of Easy Trivia questions. I've got to look at them. I think we're going to extend to 4-0 in the FM era. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened. The Neilson Show is brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Maybe one of his friends will phone. Who knows?
We need somebody to play Kind of Easy Trivia for Mr. Mike's. If you want to get your hands on that gift certificate, text us at 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. You need to just get 3 of 5 correct to win the gift certificate. This one's in from La Bamba guy, says, laces out. More like Benny's out. That's pretty funny, too. We've had some good ones. Who is it? The rookie texted in a little bit earlier and said, I thought Dusty's book would be titled, I've Never Tried That, which is also a great title for a book that I would do. All right, we've got a sports update coming up, but if you want to play trivia, 780-218-9999. And if you're actually smiling while listening to the show today over on 95.7 Cruise FM, tell your buddies about it. Our sports update's brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. The year the last Canadian team won a Stanley Cup. Whoa. Wow. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
NFL Sunday delivered with plenty of drama in the Sunday night matchup. The Bills and Ravens went toe-to-toe in a high-scoring battle. Buffalo erased a 15-point hole in the final 4 minutes before Matt Prater, a 41-year-old, nailed a 32-yard field goal as time expired. Bills escaped 41-40. Josh Allen threw for 394 yards, while Lamar Jackson finished with 209. Earlier, the Jets and Steelers faced off in what was billed as the QB swap. Justin Fields commanded New York. Aaron Rodgers led Pittsburgh, and it went down to the wire. The Steelers edged it out 34-32 behind Rodgers' 244 passing yards. Fields had 218 in the defeat. In Seattle, the 49ers topped the Seahawks 17-13. Brock Purdy carved up the defense for 277 yards, while Sam Darnold in his Seattle debut threw for 150. Seahawks turns to Sunday's matchups with the Steelers at 11 a.m. And tonight, the Vikings and Bears renew their divisional rivalry with kickoff at 6:15. On the diamond, the Blue Jays fell short against the Yankees, dropping the series by the score of 4-3. The Jays out-hit the Yanks yesterday, but were left with stranded runners in scoring position New York now trails by just 2 games in the AL East. Toronto opens a 3-game series with the Astros tomorrow. And in the CFL, the Elks took care of Calgary in the Labor Day matchup. Pulling even with the Lions in the standings, Edmonton sits 2 points back of Winnipeg with a critical matchup between the two still ahead. The sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Goes to the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Final hour of the Neilson Show coming right up. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
Very impressive. Taken a few years to put all this together.
It's not a one-year quest because it's so hard to get your hands on. At this stage of my life, I don't invest in green bananas. It's a lifetime quest. Just not sure if I'm going to be around long enough to see them ripen to be yellow. You can't party enough when you win that thing. It's a party machine. Party machine. That's why it's the Stanley Cup. It's hard. It's hard.
Kid about 75 pounds on the basketball court against the neighborhood bully, kicking his behind left, right, and center.
I call you when I need you, my heart's on fire.
When it was all said and done, he was a little upset, so he punched me in the mouth.
You come to me, wild and wild.
My uncles were over on the side observing, talking amongst themselves, adult things.
When you come to me,
when he punched me in my mouth, I decided I'm running to my uncle. And you know what he did? He pushed me back to him. I went back and he punched me in my mouth again. I ran to my uncle, looking for protection. Needed Big Brother to protect me. He pushed me back again. And you know what I did? I faced him in the eyes and I said, my uncle's not going to help me. And I punched him in the face. Then I looked him in the eye and I said, then what? Now what? Now what? Now what are you going to do?
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone I ever.
805 Cavis Reed pump up song as done by Whale and Wolf. A good tune. It's a good tune. The boys nailed it.
Yeah.
The boys absolutely nailed it. All right, you can text us anytime. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. We have a new 8 o'clock hour sponsor. Let's dive into this. So this was funny how this came about. I was looking for a couch for my office.
Okay.
So I popped over to GD Liquidators.
Okay.
And I ended up finding one. And it's very, you gotta pop by later. It's a very cool couch. Anyway, so I pop in there. I'm looking for couch, find one. Walking out, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna maybe come back and get that couch.
Yeah.
But as I'm walking out, I hear, hey, Dusty. And I turn around, I'm like, oh, hey, this calling guy comes over. He goes, hey, we golfed together at the quarry like 4 years ago. I said, oh, thanks, man. He goes, hey, you got a good thing going over there at Edmonton Sports Talk, eh? I said, yeah. I said, we're going to be launching here on 95.7 Cruise FM right away. And he goes, hey, send me a package. I was like, okay. So I sent him a package. It was one of these ones where like I sent him a package. And the next day he messaged back. He's like, we'll take the 8 o'clock hour. I was like, what? So it was perfect.
What say you?
And he gave me 50% off the couch. So it was a big time win-win for old Dusty.
Coming up, Dusty.
Yeah, I was very excited. So yeah, the 8 o'clock hour on the Neilson Show now moving forward, brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items for almost 40 years. Don't miss their monthly online auctions as well. www.gdliquidators.com. You can click on the auctions and appraisals. I think they've got 2 auctions set up this month. It's Canadian owned and operated. Make them your first call at GD Liquidators. So shout out to Colin and his crew over there. Yeah, awesome to see them hop on board like that.
That's
great. A lot of fun, yeah. Yeah, Neilson Show today and every day brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
A lot of good people texting in on what my book would be titled.
Yeah.
Might be how you win text of the day today for Royal Pizza.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
That's a great jingle, too.
Yeah.
They're all good. And one of you will win text of the day. So keep pounding that Paris Jewelers inbox. And of course, we're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio today. All right, we are going to play kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. Eric doesn't do the read when I'm not here, so he does this Mr. Mike's read in like a. So I'm going to try to duplicate it.
I believe in you.
I'm not good. No, you shouldn't. I'm not good at this one.
Try not to get sweaty.
This is Eric's bit. I might get sweaty. Here we go. Let's see how it goes. This is for Mr. Mike's. Well, Mr. Mike's is turning up the sizzle this summer with Platter-Palooza. From barbecue rib platters to coastal combos with lobsters and prawns, it's big flavor all summer long. Plus, enter to win your shot at sizzling summer prices. Get into Mr. Mike's. Platter-Palooza is on. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally. Enjoy casually.
Like, are you going Creole? Is that what's going on?
That's what Eric does. Yeah. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
It's all the same for me, man.
It's an impression of a guy doing an impression of an impression.
Yeah, pretty much. That is what it is, though. Bronco Nick texts in and says, guys, I went to Mr. Mike's last night. Delicious. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Benny, who's playing kind of easy trivia today?
We got Glenn.
All right, Glenn is going to play questions provided by Phrase.
Yep.
I'm going to read them. And we're 3-0 in the FM era. Glenn, don't screw this up, okay, man? Glenn, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, here we go. All right. Benny will start the ticker after I read the first question, okay? Good luck. Did the Elks win on Saturday?
Yes.
Did Justin Rankin rush for over or under 200 yards?
Over.
Name a nation competing in the Women's Rugby World Cup.
Canada.
Who is playing in Monday Night Football tonight?
Vikings.
Has Connor McDavid signed his extension yet?
At this point, no.
Got it. 5 for 5. This guy knows sports or what? Good questions, Phrase.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
That's happening.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules.
Oh, you better believe that's happening.
And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
That's happening.
The first year, we took it to the limit.
Take it to the limit.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
All right, it's 8:11. If you're watching on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. We're 1 like away from changing 200, so let's smash through that. And if you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com or on 95.7 Cruise FM, please just tell your friends how easy it is to consume the show every single day on every possible platform except for CTV2. That's about a year away, maybe.
Well, they didn't tell you. Actually, they've been playing the show, too.
Oh, they have. That would be funny, right?
Yeah. It's just a camera on a computer monitor.
Surprise. Yeah, it's literally shooting the monitor. It doesn't look good, does it? That's good. All right,
it's
Benny.
next to the guy trying to do the closed caption.
You sometimes see him put his hand up. Changing 200. Let's hit it. Let's do it. Let's change 200 here.
Changing 200.
All right, nice. Nice. Once we get the season back going, our record for likes, what was it? One morning it was like 13 or 1,500 or something.
Come on.
Yeah, swear to God.
What?
Swear to God. Swear to God. Yeah, it was.
Well, those Dallas listeners really showed up.
They really popped up come playoff time. Yeah, that might have been for our.
It was all Stu Barnes.
Gentleman's sweep
like.
show. Yeah. Hey, so get this. You weren't here last week, obviously. Benny found out on Friday's show that Stu Barnes is his third cousin.
Of course he is.
Yeah, somehow, some way.
We should have guessed that.
We should have guessed that.
I should have seen the resemblance.
Yeah.
You can
Benny,
totally see
your
it.
face very vaguely looks a couple times disconnected, but kind of like Stu Barnes.
It was one of the highlights of our show. We were on location.
Remember Stu Barnes came up.
in St. Albert at a hockey tournament, and Stu Barnes comes from out of nowhere. And it's just like, I just wanted to say, I love the show.
That was
I'm always
cool.
getting in trouble from my wife because I'm staying in my truck too long listening to it. But I just love Rick Jeanneret.
That Dick Jeanneret, he loved Jeanneret, yeah. Oh, thanks for popping by, Stu Barnes, you silly bastard. Spoiler alert. I'm not Dick Jeanneret. Okay, that was me doing a Dick Jeanneret impression.
That's right. Yeah,
that's what that was. All right, keep pounding the inbox. The Paris Steelers inbox. We're coming in from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio today. If you've not yet tried their chicken dippers with the Popeyes signature sauce, then you're not even living your best life. All right, let's get into 3 questions too many today, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda, where Mitch is having chicken dippers right now from Popeyes. Yeah. And if you
just taunting us.
If you buy 3 cars, you get 3 chicken dippers. Mitch is he's pretty, what do you call it, thrifty or
stingy with the chicken dippers.
Stingy.
Yeah.
He loves chicken dippers that much that if you want 3 of them, you got to buy 3 vehicles in one purchase.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a big one.
Yeah. And if you buy 4, it's still only 3.
He's not giving up a 4th chicken dipper from Popeyes. But in this economy, you're nuts. All right, Fraser, we usually plug Eric's Twitter account here.
Yeah.
You still at Will Fraser for hire?
I don't know.
I like to tag you still sometimes. It just pops up Will Fraser for hire, which is almost as funny as Chasers, which is Chase 1260 stuff. Now, mine is still actually Nielson TSN 1260 because I can't figure out what to make it. I need to figure out, like, am I going to be doing play-by-play for a long time still? Or is it just going to be EST? Or how it's going to work out? But I got to lock something in at some point.
Big Sweats.
At big sweats. Sweaty Dustin. That's funny. All right, question number 1. Let's get into this. And this could be one that some of you chime in on as well. Guys, what was the all-time highlight of the Nielson and Fraser show?
All-time highlight?
All-time highlight.
Like good highlight or bad highlight?
We got multiple stories we could probably tell. I mean, I think the most memorable one was when Wayne Gretzky called.
Yes.
And we were like, oh, man, we didn't think he was calling today.
Yeah.
But what was going down at the time?
Yeah.
So you were back in the studio. We were on location. Mm-hmm. This is our most memorable for us, I think. I mean, as far as memories on the air, you were with us when Jamie the bird flew into the window when we were chatting with Jamie Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
That was a crazy day.
Left an impression on
of the
glass.
bird, like with the wings. That was crazy. But so we were pretty early into the show.
Yeah.
Chase was still with me at the time.
Yeah.
You were producing.
Yep.
And we were at the old Rexall for Oil Kings, like home opening day or whatever. So we're there for 1260. And Chaser could get pretty fired up at times. And our old boss at the time, Ross was his name, he could get fired up at times too. And something had gone.
No chill. There was no chill
for either of these guys.
Either of these guys. Yeah.
So Chaser and I are doing the show, and I think Chaser had done something that pissed Ross off. And Ross was living in Red Deer, but driving up here for work.
Every day. Every morning
day
he would drive from Red Deer.
Yeah. And I guess he'd listen to the show.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're sitting there doing the show. And Ross drives from Red Deer all the way up to Edmonton.
And he goes straight to Rexall.
God love Chaser because Chaser wouldn't back down from anybody. And I love Chaser for that. So we're sitting there, and Ross comes and is like, Kyle, I need to chat with you. And Chaser gets up. So he goes outside. So I'm sitting inside these glass doors, and I'm watching my boss and my co-host, like an umpire and a manager, like in each other's face. And I'm sitting there, and then Fraser from back in the studio chimes in and goes, yeah, Dusty, Wayne Gretzky's on line 1. And I was just like, what? And I'd been trying to get him through his agent for a little while.
Yeah.
And his agent, like, I sent him the number, and I was just like, let me know.
Yeah.
And they didn't let me know. And they just said, Fraser's like, Wayne Gretzky's on the line.
Yeah.
So then I'm sitting there. We bring on Gretzky. I'm talking to Gretzky, but I'm watching my boss and my co-hosts like still go back and forth. I remember Chaser comes back, sits down, And we couldn't talk because our mics were on, and so I reset. I was like, all right, we're chatting with Wayne Gretzky, and Chase was like, he had no idea it was coming. So that had to have been, there's been a lot of crazy radio stories in different places, but that's one I will never, ever, ever forget.
Let me just say this. You have done a lot of great play-by-play in your day, be it Golden Bears, be it CFL, but that was the greatest play-by-play of your life with me back in studio because you were giving me the play-by-play as we're off the air of the fight as it's going on. And it was like I was there.
Yeah, look, man, I like to describe things that are happening in front of me.
You painted the perfect picture of everything that was going on. Yeah. My highlight would be Doug Waite coming on and then giving a shout out to my wife.
Yes, because your wife loved Dougie Waite.
Still does.
God, how can you not?
Yeah. No, we would
He's aged very well.
be a very happy throuple.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you and your wife
Doug,
should also marry Doug Waite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We can make a show of it.
I'd be happy. She'd be more than happy.
Barry the Cheater texts in and says, guys, it's got to be Menopause Nick's calling straight up fire. Yeah. Remember that? I wonder if I have that kicking around somewhere,
was
man.
The saddest thing.
I remember when you're like, Nick. And he was like, and Menopause Nick has children now.
Yeah.
And he was just a little baby that day. That was that was a good one. That was a good one for sure. I'll see if I can find the I don't know if I might have Nick kicking around here somewhere.
Oh, Menopause Nick. That's how he got the name.
That's how he got the name. Yeah. He's comparing the Oilers to a menopausal woman. And you're like, do you know how that works, Nick? And he's like, no. Oh, what a goof.
Like, it felt like he was going through something with his mom at that point.
Something was going down with Nick.
Very specific.
Yeah. I want to shout out Galen, who played Kind of Easy Trivia like a million times to win oil changes. That was a pretty good online. That was a pretty good run as well. But
the first time we heard our traffic guy,
Rick Pinter.
The first time he hit the airwaves,
I remember like,
and
what
you
is
and I
this?
making eye contact, going, "Well, this is solid gold. This is just like sometimes just good things descend from the heavens." And the first time we heard Rick Pinter's voice, we were like, "Oh, this is an automatic.
This guy's a legend." Shout out Pinter.
Yeah.
Who,
when Winnie the Pooh gave us a traffic update, we were like, what is going on?
We need this guy to start reading other bits for us. Yeah, that was a good time too. Yeah, we had some good times in that building, man, for sure. But it's cool now what we're doing. And being on FM, which is kind of neat. So
it's about time. Terrestrial radio all over again.
Yeah, there we go. Redbeard texts in today. It says that Jennerette impression might be better than your Jar Jar impression, Dustin. Thanks, man. I've been working on the Vinaigrette.
Misa happy about that.
Yeah. Misa like to a Jar Jar impression.
Terrible.
That's not that bad. My elk call is probably better.
Well, we said that's going to get you in trouble this time of year.
Exactly. This text says, guys, when do we get a Pinter return? You know what? We could probably check in with, like, Eric still texts with Rick and stuff. We've still got, we could bring him on just to see what's up.
Yeah.
See how Rick's doing. I think that's pretty good. All right. Question number 2. Guys, is there any chance that Ekholm or Wallman sign before McDavid? So they're also UFAs at the end of next year. I think they're also pieces. Definitely want Wallman to stick around. If Ekholm can stay healthy, he's getting a little bit older, but I think you'd like maybe 2 more years of Ekholm if you could. If this McDavid thing continues to drag out here, Fraser, you just got to get Ekholm and Wallman done, or do you have to wait on those guys for McDavid to get them first?
The only reason this team exists is if it's a Connor McDavid team. And so if it's not a Connor McDavid team anymore, you have to throw everything out the window, don't you?
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
I mean, this is
why would you be investing in the structure of the team as it is right now if you don't have that capstone piece?
Because if you don't have that, then things change for you.
Right.
And it's a Leon Draisaitl team, which is still a pretty good team.
Still a pretty good team, but you have to
money need to be sent somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
James B over on the nasty chat, which is what we call our chat on YouTube, and it is always hopping, people. So if you're on 95.7 FM and you want to chat with fans of the show and Oilers fans, the YouTube chat is the place to do it. We call it the nasty chat. James says, no way they signed before 97. I think they will wait until he signs. Yeah, even on that perspective.
Yeah.
Like, does Echo maybe want to go somewhere else if McDavid's not going to be around as well, right? So, that's a good point on that question.
It was nice of Draisaitl to start building the case for Podkolzin to take less. Hey,
well, and he plays with me. I really like him.
Like that felt
like he's preemptively being.
Yes, that felt like there was a method to his madness. Like he knows the guy's coming up for his new contract. They saw a kid like Holloway bolt because he wanted more than what they could afford for that type of player. And so, when Leon Draisaitl says nice things about you, maybe you take a little bit less than you think you're worth.
Costin would right now. He's dying for the others to bring him in on a PTO.
Exactly.
Speak highly of him. Let's get to a few more in the chat. Riding the Pine says, McDavid has to hold management's feet to the fire to make good decisions. I'm thinking he'll sign 2 to 4 years now, sort of moving forward, right?
Okay,
and then let's see where we're at. Oh, okay, now it's kind of falling off. Then slide out of here. Somebody else is saying, guys, you think Wallman and Ekholm would just swap cap hits? So Wallman's at 3.4 for this year. Ekholm's at 6.
Yeah.
On the next deal is Wallman 6 and Ekholm, I think it's probably like 6.5.
I think it would be reflective of ice time, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if Ekholm's healthy and can stay healthy, he's still going to play a bunch for this team.
Sure.
And those are two very good pieces on that left side with Darnell Nurse. So that's a good question. Question number 3, would either of you guys have given that ball back to Philadelphia Karen if you got it for your kid on their birthday?
I don't know. That's one of those situations where I don't know if I would have gotten in her face or not. That's why I'm so proud of the dad for being the adult.
Yeah, let's quickly reset this. So Phillies game over the weekend. Yeah. If you're on Twitter, you probably would saw it. Yeah. Hit right towards her, may have even bounced off of her, but it was on the ground. A father steps about 14 seats over, picks it up for his boy, turns around. It was his kid's birthday. He gives it to him. He's very excited. He's kind of like hugging him. And she comes over, taps him on the shoulder, freaks out on him.
Gets in his face.
Saying that it's her ball.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really argue back. He's like, I'm not going to deal with this lady.
Yeah.
Takes the ball, gives it back to her. She's all happy. There's good videos of her like giving other people the finger who are trying to like get on top of her.
Yeah.
They end up finding out who she is. It gets tweeted out.
Good.
I thought I saw somebody said like she can't go to her house without getting booed.
The only adult in the situation was the dad.
Yes. Oh yeah, she look,
like internet and social media is going to internet and social media. Like you can't expect them to be the adults.
Oh no, they're coming after her.
Yeah.
Like they are hoping she's unemployed by this morning. Like that's how it is.
They are trying to ruin her life.
Yeah. Now the Phillies made good on it, brought the kid this big birthday package and everything. They did great. So he kind of went away happy, I would think. I do like your answer of, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like somebody gets like that in front of me, in front of my kid. Like, I don't know how I'd react.
I think I know how I would react.
Yeah, I know how you would react.
I think I know how I would react.
Not good.
That she would not have got that ball.
No.
I probably would have stepped in front of Marshall or Muzz and said, listen, if you want that ball, lady, you're going to have to get through me to go get that ball. And I'm just going to stand there and be like, I'm not going to do anything physically.
Yeah.
But I say, you're going to have to get around me to steal that ball from my child.
Yeah.
Like that's not, you know what? If you wanted it, you should have caught it. It was coming right at you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have given it to her, but I'm very impressed that he did.
I don't trust that I would have been an adult in that situation. I feel like I would have. I think I probably would have come up with a few
that
insults.
I should have said. Yeah. Red is in and says, I would have fought that lady for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That doesn't reflect well on us, right? Like, but it's the truth. Like, I don't know if I could trust myself.
People are saying in the nasty chat that she did get fired.
Did she get fired?
Can we not?
You shouldn't be fired over that.
I know, that's ridiculous.
Can we just
Did she actually get fired?
That's what the Obama guy said. She was fired from her job. It was reported she worked for the school system.
Yeah, like once upon a time.
She did look like an angry, like grade 10 teacher.
Yeah.
Like I've raising two boys, and like they would come home and have had bad days with a teacher or bad days with an administrator or a fellow student or whatever.
Yeah.
And we always told them, like, listen, like, is this when you're talking to them, is this is this something that's happened? They're like, no. And it's like, well, everyone's allowed to have a bad day.
Yeah.
Like,
That's my thing. Like, yeah,
obviously, like, no, it wasn't right what happened, but people are allowed to have bad moments.
Yeah, losing her job over something like that is crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna get ridiculed on social media. That's the punishment.
I'm pretty
you take,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure 100 people giving her the middle finger was punishment, wasn't it?
That's, you know what's enough punishment? All of the United States hating you.
Yes,
you should probably still be able to make a living.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, can she still afford groceries? Like that should be a basic request, shouldn't it? Yeah.
See, now Van Owen says, no, she didn't get fired.
Okay.
There have been multiple reports, and all named employers have denied that she's an employee. So she didn't get fired, but she doesn't work for anybody.
Good call. Good call, actually. Even if she does work for you, you're like, nope, she doesn't work. I don't know who you're talking about. I've never heard of baseball. What's this Philadelphia Phillies thing?
Yeah. Apparently it was at a Marlins game, and it was the Marlins that came over.
Okay.
That's what somebody said. I mean, I don't care where it was. It was a rather remarkable moment. Those pop up every once in a while.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Well, we just had it at the U.S. Open, right?
Yeah, with the guy.
With the baseball, the player throwing the cap to the kid.
The guy grabbed it.
And the guy who's like a multimillionaire grabbing it out and then high-fiving that he stole it from a kid. Yeah. Now, that's the guy you can ruin his life.
Barry the Cheater texted in the Parachuters inbox and says, don't tell me her coworkers don't know that she's trash and they didn't want her fired and we're waiting for a moment like this to get her out of it. You know what? She was going to the game and her coworkers were like, oh, I hope today's the day that home run ball hits her and then somebody else picks it up and she goes and loses their mind on them.
Yeah, there's the one fellow employee who's like, so how's the ball game, Janice? Did you catch anything?
Yeah. Cam says, apparently the person was misidentified as a school teacher, so the school board had to say, we're not firing her because that's not her. So there's a lookalike at a school who's taking the heat. Unbelievable. All right, we've got Joel Dublanko is going to join us. Let's get out so we can give him a call. One of the linebackers for the Edmonton Elks, the double E, picking up a big win. We're going to catch up with him. We got your Monday Night Football Challenge. Eric will be at Selly's tonight for the Bears and the Vikings, so make plans to join him at Century Casino at Selly's on Fort Road. We got the wrap for William Huff still to come as well. But let's get to a sports update right now. Brought to you by the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club, accepting registration now for Thursday night men's curling league. Plus, book your bonspiel for the upcoming season and get free ice rental with the purchase of a buffet dinner. Check it all out. All the details. Visit egmgolf.com for more details.
NFL Sunday was full of fireworks across the league. In the Sunday night spotlight, the Bills and Ravens traded blows in a shootout. Buffalo rallied back from 15 points down late, and a 41-year-old Matt Prater kicked it into it for a 32-yard field goal at the horn. The Bills edged 41-40. Josh Allen threw for 394 yards, while Lamar Jackson posted for 209. Earlier in the day, the Jets and Steelers squared off in what many call the QB swap game. Justin Fields ran the show for New York, while Aaron Rodgers led Pittsburgh. It was tight throughout, but the Steelers pulled out 34-32. Rodgers finished with 244 passing yards. Fields with 218 in the loss. In Seattle, the 49ers handled the Seahawks 17-13. Brock Purdy picked apart the defense for 277 yards, while Sam Darnold threw for 150 in his first start as Seattle's quarterback. The Seahawks will see the Steelers on Sunday at 11 a.m. And tonight, a divisional matchup goes down as the Vikings and Bears clash. Kickoff is set for 6:15. Turning to baseball, the Blue Jays dropped their series finale to the Yankees, surrendering the set. The Jays out-hit the Yankees yesterday, but were left with stranded runners in scoring position. New York is now just 2 games back of Toronto for the AL East lead. The Jays start a 3-game series against Houston tomorrow. And in the CFL, the Elks came out on top in the Labor Day rematch against Calgary. Edmonton is now level with the Lions in the standings and trails Winnipeg by only 2 points. The matchup against the Bombers still on the horizon. Sports updates brought to you by the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club, accepting registration now for Thursday night's Men's Curling League. Plus, book your bonspiel for the upcoming season and get free ice rental with the purchase of a buffet dinner. Visit egmgolf.com for more details. Final segment of the Neilson Show coming right up. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
It's almost time, the ice is calling, the crowd's alive, the pucks are falling, new faces skating on the line. Howard Savoy, will they bring fire, fuel our dreams, take us higher? Oh, Oilers, let's go all the way, defense strong goes today. Oilers, we believe in you, new season's here, show us what you can do. So many names, but can they play our kind of game? Light up the day. The city's heart beats on the ice. We need a goalie, we need a wall. Dreams are big, but pucks are small. Oh, Oilers, let's go all the way. Defense strong goes today. Oilers, we believe in you. New season's here. Show us what you can do.
Hey 35, thank you very much for being here. 95.7 Cruise FM over on the Edmonton Sports Talk YouTube channel.
Let's go all the way. Defense strong goes today.
Tell your friends that the Neilson Show is back on the airwaves, static-free, crystal clear on 95.7 Cruise FM. You can, don't laugh. You can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox. One of your text messages will win the text of the day for Royal Pizza. The Neilson Show is brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Whoa.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Edmonton's Train Home Comfort Specialist for nearly 50 years for all of your furnace, air conditioning, and heat pump needs. Visit www.weiss-johnson.com. They work with Train. I bought a train whistle.
Getting better every time.
This actually cost a little bit more than I thought it was going to. Try to guess how much this train whistle cost me.
Did you buy it on?
I bought it on Amazon.
Amazon, okay.
Delivered quickly.
$12.99.
Actually, that's very close.
Yeah,
I think it was like $11.99.
Yeah, it feels, yeah.
Benny, what are you getting on Dublanko's number here?
It's out of service.
All right.
It's saved as contact in our phone, and then so it's the right number you gave me. But I'm getting a.
Let me see here.
Come on, bedroom eyes, show up.
All right. Well,
like if you're joining us online on YouTube right now, you can see a picture of him. Come on, you're telling me that's that's not a come hither look.
Look at the jawline on this guy. Yeah. He's first overall in the good looks draft too.
That's right.
And he was first overall in the 2024 draft as well. Curry says he texted him today.
All right.
I've given a call to it twice, and it goes instantly straight to voicemail.
Text me the number that you have again.
Okay.
Let's see.
So
Just texted me again. I want to make sure it's the same one.
Yeah.
Georgia Satellite says, breaking, Dublanko traded mid-show. No, he's not.
I'm afraid he's at Cruise FM station sitting in an empty studio right now. So,
it's flip the 6 and the 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, flip the 6 and the 0.
And then give people the other numbers.
Yeah, no. I'll give you all the numbers, but they're in the wrong order. You got to guess them. So you got that, Benny? Yeah, flip the 6 and the 0. All right, we will get them. Classic little mix-up there. The 8 o'clock hour on the Neilson Show, now brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions and Appraisals. Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, industrial items. Almost 40 years they've been doing it. Don't miss their monthly online auctions at www.gdliquidators.com. Canadian owned and operated. Make them your first call. So if you go over there to GD Liquidators up on 124th, I found a good couch in there, but they've got a ton of desks. They got a ton of office chairs. They do a lot of, like racks, like racking and stuff. They got a bunch of stuff there. Bunch of good dudes, actually. So if you're looking for something, you might as well go check there first. See what they have for you.
It also feels like a place that even if you're not looking for something, go
That's
in and you'll be amazed at.
Like the first time I went there, I walked in and because I was looking for a desk.
I didn't know I needed this.
I walked into the desk and I was like, oh my God, I could use various different sizes of oil.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like, guys, I'm telling you, you go.
It's one of those places.
You go to GD Liquidators with nothing on your mind, you'll find something.
Exactly.
I promise you that. All right, did we figure out the phone number thing? A classic mix-up in the phone game. Let's bring in the first overall pick, and we had him on after he got drafted. A first overall pick in the 2024 draft, now getting a chance to be on the field with the defense here in 2025, and he's making a difference. Joel Dublanko joins us from the Edmonton Elks, the Double E winners of the Labor Day rematch game. Joel, appreciate the time. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I have to say, sorry about the mix-up on our end. Totally screwed up 2 numbers in your phone number. Right. But, yeah, we're good now. We got you. Oh. Man, so I was calling the game for TSN. There was almost 29,000 people at Commonwealth on Saturday. It was awesome. It was an awesome game to broadcast. It was my family was in the crowd. It was an awesome game to be a fan. How awesome was it for you guys as players with that atmosphere at the stadium?
It was amazing. I mean, that's everything we hope for. And, we're in that stadium a lot, right? And, with practice and obviously when we got the home games and everything. And that's the most filled I've seen it since being part of the Double E. And yeah, so it was really cool. And, we even opened up a couple sections up in the upper deck too. So that's what we all talk about, and is packing that place out and how amazing of an atmosphere it'd be to fill the stadium up. And it was just one step closer, and it was awesome. And it was amazing to see the city come out and support, especially after a tough loss down in Calgary. And we knew we just had to rally back for the city.
You guys are usually so jacked anyway, all ready for a game. But does a crowd like that, is it possible to add a little bit more to the energy that you're feeling before a game anyway?
Absolutely. I mean, in college, Cincinnati had a great college football atmosphere, and we always believed it gave us an edge. And I believe, the atmosphere gave us an edge yesterday, whether that's fueling us or, giving some troubles on the offensive side of the ball. So, for the other team. And so, yeah, it was awesome. Guys were fired up all day. And, I mean, when Javon Leake, almost took that missed field goal back, it was electric. So it was a lot of fun. And, yeah, that's what as competitors we always dream of, right?
6 tackle day for yourself, so a pretty busy day. Who else was popping for you on the defensive side? Which of your teammates was making some plays out there?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of, guys making a ton of plays. You got Cordell Jackson, absolutely balling in the secondary. I felt like the whole D-line had their moments. I mean, Jonathan Kongbo, he got the game ball, but I really think it could have gone to all of them. He balled out especially, but I mean, that was the difference in the game. There's a reason why the reason why we won that game is because we had over 200 yards running the ball.
Yeah.
And that O-line just, doing their thing. And, I mean, Rank, he's a freaking beast, man, like breaking tackles and popping off those huge runs. Like, and then, on our side of the ball, I don't know how many yards they ended up finishing with rush-wise, but it was a completely different story than the game before. And so I think when you go back and look at it, it was the line of scrimmage. We just handled our business up front, and that was the huge emphasis going in the game. And yeah, so guys all around doing their thing. And I think the coolest thing too was like, and we kept saying it. We're saying at halftime. We're saying it yesterday when we're watching the film and everything. It's we're out there and we're playing really hard, but we're playing really hard for one another and because we love one another. And when you get like a locker room that's like at that point when they're laying it all on the line for one another, not just like for their own like rep and all that. Like we got something special brewing over here, and we just got to keep it rolling one game at a time.
Elks linebacker Joel Dublanko with us. You guys went into that game without Jake Ceresna, without Robbie Smith, without Niles Morgan, who's usually next to you as the middle linebacker. You've been playing in place of the injured Nick Anderson. What sounds crazy is that you're in your second year and you were the veteran in the linebacker group because Mogeson was making his first start, and then Garnes, obviously just a rookie this year. But I thought you guys did an excellent job supporting that defensive line. But I mean, is it weird for you to all of a sudden have the most experience with those other two guys next to you?
It is funny, but thankfully I've had a few games that kind of get settled in, so it didn't feel quite as weird as if they were to both go down at the same time or whatever. I feel a lot more comfortable than I did, even a few weeks ago. So I think each day, continue to take steps forward, and we knew what it was going into the game. We knew people had to step up and new leaders had to emerge and everything like that. So, I knew that Brock was going to lean on me a little bit, and I'm going to lean on him, and that's what our conversation was. On the sideline and on the field, just making sure we're talking and taking care of one each other, having great communication, not just with one another, but with everybody on the team. So,
you mentioned the offense showing up with Rankin and the running game, and they were crucial to that victory, but you guys were too. Those two late game sacks, what was that like on the field? Because they didn't look like a scheme. That looked like just coverage sacks. You were able to maintain pressure and maintain your defensive, distancing to sort of stymie any sort of late game comeback by the Stabs. That must have been a huge moment for your defense.
Oh, it was huge. I mean, even we had like I said, like I think that's just like that was just a matter of time before it happened. And those guys were eating all day. We had a sack earlier in the game with a 3-down rush. If you can get after the quarterback, like only with 3, we're rushing with 4 and it's dangerous.
Yep.
Those guys were eating all day long. They're violent up there, and it was a lot of fun to watch. And after they get the first one, obviously it's like second and forever. And I'm just thinking, we don't want one of those screens to happen again where they ended up getting the first down. Then sure enough, we get a sack to put them back even further. And it just felt like, driving the nail off in a little bit.
Yeah, it ended up being 3rd and 31.
Yeah,
kind of got a kick in that situation.
Yeah.
So that was really big. You mentioned how you guys are playing for each other, and I got to know, man, what's it like playing for Mark Killam? Because when he got hired, talking to players who been around him down in Calgary, or talking to Chris and Ed when they brought him on, they said this is a guy that players will run through a wall for, and I'm starting to think that is really sort of shaping up at this point of the year. What's it like playing for Mark?
He's awesome. He brings incredible energy every day. He believes in his players, and he puts people in positions to succeed. And I think one thing that's interesting comment I heard last week was, everybody was really upset by the game last week, and rightfully so. We were really frustrated. I don't know who said it, but one of them was like, it just like Killen was obviously pissed, right? And but I was like, one of the guys were just saying like, I'm really mad because we didn't like win that game for Killen. You know what I mean? Like we didn't go out there and handle our business, like, and I think for somebody to say that just kind of goes to show the respect and love that, players have for them on the team, that, we're out there playing for each other, playing for the city, but we're also playing for Killen because, we got so much respect for the guy and how he shows up every day and how he's led and put this, team in the right path and direction of setting culture. And so, yeah, I think everybody loves him and is just continuing to buy in more and more. I thought we were bought in early in the season, but every week it's like we're growing tighter and tighter and tighter. So it's really cool.
Great stuff, man. We appreciate the time. 4-1 in your last 5. Some great momentum right now. The city is definitely behind you guys, and good luck as you head out east for a couple.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
There you go. How good a chat is that? Joel Dublanko, first overall pick in 2024, was on special teams for most of last year, still on special teams, but also getting an opportunity to play the linebacker position. And he's a keeper. I think he's a good one.
Do we know, are they staying out east?
It's a good question. I think they'll probably come back, but I'll find out right now.
Like, this could kind of be that sort of pivotal moment where you really gel as a team, especially with away games against good competition, but competition you should beat.
Yeah, they haven't lost against the East this year, and they get Toronto Hamilton.
I honestly can't remember the last time we said that about the Elks, where we looked at a schedule and went, no, those are games you should win.
Yeah.
Not you might win, capable of winning. Those are all, but no, you look at Toronto and a banged up Hamilton and go, no, they should win those games.
They are not staying. They're not staying out east. They are going to come back. They're going to go to Toronto a day early, but they're not going to be staying out east. Reed Wilkins just texted me. J.C. Sherritt, defensive coordinator, 3:40 today on the Reed Wilkins Show. If you are listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, and you're not yet aware of it, we've got a full day of sports talk on Edmonton Sports Talk on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, on YouTube as well. We'll have the Hangout coming up from 9 to 11. The Lock Shop with myself and Huss recapping everything that happened in the football world over the weekend and obviously giving you some best bets for the Monday Nighter tonight. We'll have the oil stream today. More McDavid contract talk there. Tommy's rankings of importance will continue. EST afternoons with Hernan and Gager from 1 until 3, and then the Reed Wilkins Show every day from 3 until 6. We think it's a good lineup. We think you'll enjoy it, and if you haven't checked it out yet, please do. Monday Night Football tonight. Lt.Eric will be. He's not in today, but he will be at Monday Night Football tonight.
Eric's not here right now, man.
Yeah, he's not. Eric's not here, man. He will be at Selly's tonight. Join LTE at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge for the Monday Nighter. Every day is game day at Selly's at Century Casino, Fort Road. If you know, you know. It should be a good time tonight for this game. We do have a gift certificate to give away to Selly's. You know how you get in on this one. Bears and Vikings, looking with our title sponsor of Edmonton Sports Talk over at Play Alberta. The Vikings are 1.5 point. See? It's a close game, Fraser. You've been down on your Bears. They're only 1.5 point home dogs here. If you like the Vikings, minus 1.5, you text Vikings to 780-218-9999. If you like the Bears plus the 1.5, it's almost a pick'em. If you like the Bears, you know what? Let's just do it as a pick'em. If you want if you think the Vikings are going to win, text Vikings. If you think the Bears are going to win, text Bears. If you get it correct, you go into a draw, and we'll draw somebody for a gift certificate to Selly's tomorrow.
Here's my problem with my Bears is I've always had the Jets to tell myself, well, things could be worse.
Yeah.
I could be a Jets fan. And that is slowly starting to fade. They might have almost as bad of ownership. They just keep making bad choices. Like they're killing me. They're killing me.
I can tell they're killing you.
And I've watched your Lions like rebuild from like scorched earth into becoming a competent football team. And
a win on Monday Night Football would certainly help.
Against Minnesota, it would be unreal.
In Chicago, too?
Yes.
Our early bird bet from earlier in the day, you'll find on the EST specials page over at Play Alberta or on the app. Download the app. And they've got new improved odds, like better odds on all North American sports for the upcoming season, including the National Football League. I put this together. DeAndre Swift, 13-plus receiving yards, so over 12.5, and a Justin Jefferson anytime touchdown tonight, plus 210 on the specials page. Use the code EST Sports, deposit $50, and get a $50 free bet. Let's dive in to the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, or you want your place to look a little bit more professional, let Bruce and the Dream Team over at William Huff take care of that for you. www.williamhuff.com. They've been doing it since 1952, so you know they're awesome. What did we learn on the show today?
Well, we learned that Oiler fans are going to continue to have no chill when it comes to the Connor McDavid contract situation.
It's true.
It's just there's too much scar tissue from too many decades of having people that we loved come and then leave before we wanted them to. So that will continue up until the very day that he puts pen to paper.
Benny, what'd you learn today, buddy? That it's okay to bail on the Dolphins?
Yep. Yeah.
You didn't need to learn that,
Mike
man.
Tanier thinks your buddies are idiots?
That's probably
I
better.
learned that today too. I mean, you got me with the Dolphin stuff. It's just another, like, I don't want to say it was the nail in the coffin yesterday, but it was, God, man. I'm getting
coffin? They're already 6 feet in the ground.
No,
man.
I'm saying for my fandom. I thought, I'm driving we go
Just
watch.
quit them, Benny.
Go. My buddy got an NFL pass. We go to his house yesterday, and we're driving there with my diehard Dolphins fan buddy, and he's like, and I'm like, there's no way they lose to the Colts, right? Like, come on, like, what are we doing? He goes, no, like they got him, and not only did they lose, they got
crushed,
stomped
by Daniel Jones.
By Daniel Jones. We were making fun of Daniel Jones the whole way there. Like, oh, come on. This guy?
It's a tough look.
And, yeah. And,
all right, so we learned that, right? That Benny can bail on the
you have
Dolphins
bad friends.
at any time.
I have bad friends that can bail on that too.
Your friends.
You have bad taste in friends and football teams.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to your sound of the day today. We learned that this is a banger. It comes from Hawk, one of our listeners. Put this together for us. It's your sound of the day.
It's almost time, the ice is calling, the crowd's alive, the pucks are falling, new faces skating on the line. Howard Savoy, will they bring fire, fuel our dreams, take us higher? Oh, Oilers, let's go all the way, defense strong goes today. Oilers, we believe in you, new season's here, show us what you can do. So many names, but can they play our kind of game? Light up the day. The city's heart beats on the ice. We need a goalie, we need a wall. Dreams are big, but pucks are small. Oh, Oilers, let's go all the way. Defense strong goes today. Oilers, we believe in you. New season's here. Show us what you can do.
That's good. That's a good sound of the day right there. That's be a nice addition to the old rotation here, I think.
Anytime you can take a one-syllable word and stretch it into 2 syllables, I love it in a song. So do.
Yeah. It happens quite a bit in songs, right? Yeah.
That was a pleasant surprise when you greeted me this morning with, "Hey, this guy sent a song. I think it's going to be pretty good." I had no faith.
No, I know. Either did I when I usually click on these things.
I had no faith that this was not going to be.
But here we are.
Yeah,
like it ended up working out pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to your text of the day today. From the Paris Jewelers inbox, text of the day brought to you by Royal Pizza.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Royal Pizza, they've been doing it for, over 55 years. Great top-notch service. Still making it great with the best and freshest ingredients around. Order online today. www.royalpizza.ca or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. Text of the day today is going to go to the rookie and says, I think Dusty's book would be titled, I've Never Tried That. Which it's to the rookie, there's many things I haven't tried.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
You're not a young man anymore.
I went to grab some leftover taco meat from dinner last night around 10:30.
One of the greatest leftovers there is.
I said
leftover taco meat is like.
I said, we got some taco meat kicking around, right?
I'd throw that on Cheerios.
Yeah, so I go to get it out, and I accidentally grabbed a same container, but with tuna.
Okay.
And I almost walked to my backyard and threw it over the fence. We do not have leftover tuna in our fridge. Because that's one of the things that I've tried tuna, but I hate tuna.
Maybe you just hate the tuna you've been having. Maybe you need to try.
I'm pretty sure
I've never tried that tuna.
No, there's no good tuna for me, Fraser. There's no good tuna for me. This is something else that we learned today. Our title sponsor, Weiss Johnson, train home comfort specialist for nearly 50 years. For all of your furnace, air conditioning, and heat pump needs, visit www.weiss-johnson.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
We learned that I got a train whistle.
Well, look out.
Sounds good.
Clear the tracks.
Would you also like to blow on my train whistle?
No,
Okay.
that feels suggestive.
I would have been here 5 minutes earlier if it wasn't for a train that stopped me on the way here.
Well, you should get one of these and then try to confuse them.
Where are you coming from that a train
St. Albert.
stops you?
It's right down.
Oh, you're trying to do a clever little shortcut and you got caught today.
To take this road called the Henday.
Yeah.
All right, that is going to do it for the Fraser. It was great doing a show with you, buddy.
It really was nice.
Yeah, this was a good time.
Yeah.
You're invited back.
Okay.
All right. For
Actually,
Benny,
I'll be back on Friday.
I won't be here.
I know.
Yeah, but
But I'll be
You'll
back
be here
on
with
Friday.
with Eric. It'll be fun.
You live in a world when you're not on the show. The show doesn't exist.
Yeah, I'm busy. I don't know. I didn't even know you were back.
Yeah.
All right, for Benny, Will Fraser, I am Dustin Neilson. The Hangout's coming up over on YouTube. Tune in, iHeart, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and back to more great tunes right here on 95.7 Cruise FM. Take it easy.